Pew, 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 pew. We're doing this. Pew, 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 pew. Are we done? Hey, everybody.
That was our a cappella rendition of
Star Wars.
That's our new intro music.
Star Wars, the acoustic
Sorry,
version.
guys.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes
Back was bad.
No, our we're already on. So
Yeah, let's ready to
Come on.
Welcome to the first draft, the show where we make it up as we go along. Yes, again. This is our 8th episode now, I think, if I remember right. So thank you for joining us again while we break off another one. Not a whole lot of announcements today, but if you are watching, our producer Will is having some more issues with his water right now, so send him some good pipe thoughts, I guess.
Pipe dreams.
Pipe dreams. There you go.
Pipe dreams.
Yeah, that's better.
Thank you.
So he can get those fixed, and he can get here so he can help us out with the stream. But other than that, I did have one selfish thing to do real quick. So tomorrow's my birthday.
Yay!
Yeah, whatever.
How old will you be?
Shut up.
A lady never tells.
I'm gonna be. So my partner got me a gift, and she asked that I open it on stream.
So cute.
It's from somebody called You Are Wizards.
Oh.
They didn't sponsor us, but
A wizard who's
thanks
Shout out if
Wizards.
this gift is good.
Yeah, send us money.
could be sponsored.
And if we hate it, then shame.
Ooh, it's like a little pill pack full of dice.
Oh, I love that.
That's a good one.
What kind of dice?
Once per day. Once per
Show
day.
the
Let's
dice.
find out. Hold on.
Do not swallow them.
Yeah.
Not with that attitude.
That D4 will hurt.
Not with that attitude.
Little tiny die bags.
Whichever one.
Ooh, they're like a dark royal purple. Like a deep purple. And hold on.
Oh.
That's a big 6, so they're good. Thank you, Lizzie.
We're gonna
Yay!
get so messed up.
Should we say
I got the bad rolls out early. So.
No.
But thank you again. But with that out of the way, I think, are we all ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay. No, we're not doing that. No, sorry. Sorry, off stream.
Yep.
But
With considerably more fire.
Yeah. I got this.
But last week, the group did a couple of things, right? You set out in your first proper day in Alavast, really, kind of business forward. You set out directly to go take care of a couple things. First up, you wanted to get Kaladar back to his home, investigate his home, see what state it was in, etc. And then you wanted to go talk to Perennia. The first one, you got to Kaladar's home, found that it was still locked, blew the door right off the hinges.
As I was trying to lock it.
Yeah. As you were trying to, I think 2 party members were trying to get in, gracefully, but, the fastest method won. You sorted through his house, his certifiable bachelor pad that, it was a little worse for wear, but you helped him kind of locate all of the things that he was looking for. And despite the damage you did to his door, he, was thankful for what you did to help him, and he gave you a new experimental prototype that he had been working on as thanks. Because Kaladar, as it turns out, still is, researcher into dreams, and had been working on a method to extract dreams and to distill them into potions or antidotes, depending on if they were a good dream or a nightmare. So he gave this to you as a sign of goodwill and thanks for freeing his, mind from, eternal prison. And then following that, he led you to Perennia's house, where you settled down for kind of a long discussion on Rand, your what's going on with you, your whole deal, really. You talked about the quarry. You talked about what they are. You talked about Dalcor, the plane that the quarry spirits inhabit, and the chaos that is going on there, and the unexplained behavior that Perennia was seeing in it that may somehow tie into the presence of your quarry spirit, and also to the Folded that the group had previously encountered, fought, and freed Kaladar from. So, taking it a step further, Perennia offered to supervise a bit of a dream experience for you, Rand. An experience that you took Rhea along with you on. And you entered into a dream state where you encountered your quarry spirit again. This spirit first inhabiting the form of a butterfly, a flaming butterfly, and then later the form of your mother after you willed it to do so. It showed you kind of a dreamscape, a dream version of Alavast. And in doing so, showed you a specific location in Alavast, an old cathedral for Bahamut that looked like it had been abandoned. And as you and your dream self and Rhea hurtled through this cathedral, it also showed you something underneath, an obelisk that had a lot of the same kind of quarry runes and inscriptions that you had seen before on the Folded. And you, Rand, went a step further, and the veil of the dream was stripped away, and you saw Dalcor for what it is. The formless mass of the dreaming dark. This unknown, strange, dreaming force that Perennia had mentioned to you. You saw it, just for a split second, but you saw it. Its tendrils reaching out, seeming to come through the obelisk that you had seen. And then everybody awoke and had a tense discussion with Perennia about what you just saw. There were some suspicious exchanges. There was a zone of truth that was cast, and some frank conversation was had. Perennia worried that you would end up the way your parents had ended up, and that Dalcor would claim another, well-meaning person, tried to lie and tell you that she hadn't witnessed what you saw, and tried to keep you from going to pursue it. But you saw through her lies and stuck to your guns, and she relented. And you kind of left it there on uncertain terms with Perennia and set out back into Alavast to pursue the next step in your journey, which I think might have been clothes or shopping.
Get in the van, losers. We're going shopping. Get in the carriage, losers. Sorry.
Yes, thank you.
What's a van?
Caravan.
Yeah.
Oh, a caravan. That's really good.
Good.
So the five of you in Kaladar are now standing outside of Perennia's home. What would you like to do?
What time is it right now?
It's like late morning, around getting towards noon, lunchtime.
So where do we go to find the appropriate attire for the area?
Kaladar looks at you and he says, probably the market district. which is really back where we came from. The Three Sheets is right by it, so that would be the place to go, I think. There are a few shops around here, but they usually specialize in arcane goods, magical artifacts, that sort of thing. Probably not useful for wearing so much. So, we are near the university and all, so tends to be more focused on those items.
Query whether we have enough money for fancy attire in the first place.
It may not have to be fancy, but it needs to be
Literally anything.
better.
Romance.
Yes.
What's wrong with my shoes? Do
They're
you
not-
think I need to change my shoes?
I think we should change your shoes.
I made these clothes myself.
And that's wonderful. And you've done a great job. But somebody who works to make clothes for a living would probably do an even better job. And you deserve that.
My mom made this tunic for me. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Your mom did a good job.
Thank you.
did.
My mom does the best job.
Okay.
But we should probably get some better clothes,
Yeah.
shouldn't we?
So Kaladar leads the way and leads you back out of the university district, back along the Banner Road, and then across the bridge again, back on into the Broad Bank, back to the broad street that you had walked in when you first entered Alavast. And then to your left, you hear the sound of, as you're walking down the road, you start to hear the sound of conversation, the sound of people discussing, bartering, making deals. You hear the clink of coin. You hear, the just the sounds of commerce nearby. And as you walk a little bit further, you see up on your left, you saw kind of maybe the outline of it in the dark when you first arrived in Alavast, but now you see just a wide market square off to your left. There are rows and rows of stalls just kind of snaking around this plaza. Overhangs. There's some like tents overhanging to provide some sun protection, and some of the more permanent stalls, there's actual wooden eaves built over some of these little outfits. But they're everyone from the area around here, and some people even from cities further out who have traveled in for the festival have started setting up their shops to peddle their wares here. So the smells of fried foods, fresh meats, all kind of waft towards you. Spices. It just kind of all of these senses kind of hit you all at once as you approach, and you see that even at this time of day, right around lunchtime, where you would expect maybe some people would be kind of going off to eat or do something else, it is still packed in here. It is busy. There are people milling about, ducking in and out of stalls. Name it.
Rand is gonna look at a spice shop and like walk forward a little bit and be like, "Is this magic? I've never smelt anything like this. What? Can it have tea inside?"
Can it have tea inside? Not that one. No. That's coriander. You wouldn't. I mean, it would be good in tea, but as a tea, probably not so much.
My mom used to make tea out of mint leaves.
It's good for the digestion.
Can I make tea out of this?
You look over and like a couple, there's kind of this open array in this spice stall of, wooden boxes, wooden crates, and they're kind of tilted forward so everyone can see into them to see what the spices are. And you see a few down, you actually see some mint leaves a little bit further down that you recognize.
Oh, mint leaves. Oh, those are wonderful. Good job, shopkeeper. Those make great tea. You're gonna make a lot of people happy.
Thank you. Appreciate that. How much do you have there? Can we weigh that real quick?
Yeah, I guess I just.
Did you
grabbed a couple
start
handfuls.
grabbing some or? You have to pay.
I pull out a gold.
Sure, that'll do.
Now, hang on.
That'll do
I'm
nicely.
not sure
Thank you
that
very much.
Okay.
Before you buy anything, Rad, maybe you should let's stick together.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is Kalidar still with us, right?
Yeah, he's kind of hanging around, just kind of taking in the scene. He's actually kind of looking over the tops of people's heads a little bit. Looks like he's actually kind of looking for something.
Speaking of money, I don't have any.
I still have all of my gold from the brass circlet.
Okay.
I never actually bought anything last time.
I think I gave all the jewels that I had to the horse guy, to get our horses.
Yeah, we haven't been back
Yeah,
to get any more.
Yeah. If somebody could just buy me some, new clothes so I look nice, that would be awesome.
I can help you,
Here
Miss
you
Reed.
go. I just give you all my gold. It's hold on. It is.
You have like 17
I
gold.
know, 9 gold.
Oh, 9 gold,
This-
okay.
Here you go.
Well,
It's too much.
I don't know how to money. I don't know how to use money clearly. So
There's a lot of
gosh.
people here though, so I don't really know
There's
where to
a lot of
go, and
people.
I
Yeah.
can't really see over anybody, so I don't know.
You now
Do y'all
have
see
9
where the
gold.
Oh,
clothes
God.
shop
Thank you.
is?
Hey, Bryce, come on.
Okay, I'm gonna climb on.
you hear behind you, Kalidar says that's what I'm trying to find. I know it's around here somewhere.
Can
I
I
talk to the-
investigate for clothing shop?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
can I get out Rory and hold it up and say, Rory, do you see clothes anywhere?
What? No.
Oh, do you
I
know
see
what
a s-
clothes are?
No, I see a lot of white fluffy things and a lot of blue.
Oh, that's okay. Hold on. Now, do you see any clothes?
Yeah, there's people in them.
No, not on people, but do you see clothes without people?
So here's the thing. I just roll a perception check for me. Yeah, I mean, because I'm trying to think. Do flames have vision?
They
I
have-
mean, how do they perceive the
hear
world
it.
around
They've
So
them?
been
can they not
around
see?
this whole time, I
That's a
think.
14. Wait, this is perception, so that would be a 19 for me.
I got a 15, by the way, on that.
Okay.
investigation.
So what was your final?
19.
Okay. So you, sorry about that. You see at about the same time, you just hear a joint one in your head, one from Bryce. But what you see is there is among kind of a lot of these temporary stalls, there are a few permanent, buildings. Some of them kind of in the center of the plaza, some to the sides. You do make out one that says Vera's Veritable Vestments across the top. And it has a picture of, just some clothes on the side, kind of hanging off the door.
I don't know what those words mean over there, but I see a picture clothes.
I didn't think about
That's-
how many syllables I put in that name.
That's probably a good indicator that there's clothes. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Also, as we're walking through here, everyone just kind of keep your hand on your pouch, on your money pouch. Keep it over it.
I
Keep
don't
a
have
hand on
any
it.
more money.
I got you. I'll hold on to it for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold Rory.
Okay. Yeah, protect Rory. Keep a hand on Rory.
May I speak with the spice man?
Sure.
Good morning, sir. I was wondering
Hello.
what your spiciest spice was. The one to cause the
Spiciest
most
spice.
excitement on the tongue, the most heat.
Well, that's an interesting question. Are you looking for something with good flavor, a mix of spice and heat and taste, or are you wanting something that's just going to kick you in the mouth?
I would love to be kicked in the mouth.
Just kicked in the mouth?
Yes.
Okay, well, we have this one that's called the Black Dragon. This is an actual pepper. This is from the far west. This is from Mira, actually. It's grown there. You see, it has this little curve at the end with these little splines that come up. It looks like a dragon's neck. That's where it gets the name.
Yes.
This one of these, just half of one of these, and you will not be able to function for the next 30 minutes.
Oh my gods! How much for one?
For just one?
Yes.
Oh, just a couple copper.
Okay, let's see.
Do I hear this conversation?
I don't know.
I thought you'd walked over to
Oh,
the
okay.
clothing store. I mean,
I was like, it could be.
Yeah, if you're trying to like
Oh.
hang behind and
yeah,
do
I'm
this.
trying to hang behind
Okay,
and like
yeah.
talk to the. So it's like a dried pepper, or is it?
Yes,
fresh?
it's dried.
dried.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is imported, so it is not
Okay.
not fresh.
Let's see.
Haggle him for my, because I get one gold. I did.
Now, if you're trying to use this for
Wait.
like seasoning, you're gonna want like at least 4 or 5 of these to really
Right. How big are
make
they?
it go a
about?
long way.
Like,
He holds one up, and it's about like index finger length.
Okay.
It's not it's not.
it's
huge,
one of
but-
those littler peppers are.
Yeah, it's not like
Worse.
a poblano
Right,
size kind of
obviously.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Baby snakes.
Yeah. What do you say to 6 for 10 copper?
6 for 10. Yes, I think that sounds agreeable. I think I can do that.
All
Yes,
right.
that's a fair wager.
Thank you.
Yes, here you go.
6 very
I
hot
won't make you
peppers.
roll for that because that's actually a pretty fair price.
Little couple copper a piece. Freaking bulk deal.
yeah.
whatever.
And,
Okay.
buy
I'll add that to my.
5 get 1 free.
There we go.
Biff
Let me add
go.
that to my inventory. You said these were the black dragon peppers?
Mhm.
Cool. Sick. Add custom item.
Oh, by the way, I added the dream extractor is in your inventory now.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, I almost forgot to do that, but last minute. So, you're all heading towards the
yeah.
clothing store.
We
Okay.
just
Oh yeah.
booking it. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Rand's
so
just really
excited.
good at weaving through people. She's like, I imagine this is like a very crowded place, so I'm just
Yeah,
like,
how are you holding up with the flow of people around you? You said you're weaving through pretty easily, but is it like
like Rand knew that people existed, like that humanoids like were in large quantities, but she didn't quite know what that meant, or like, yeah, it's weird. Rand's feeling like discombobulated. She probably is like looking like partially skeptical, partially like, why are you all here? Just perturbed a little bit maybe, but clothes.
Okay,
She's
okay.
one-track mind, clothes. Mm-hmm.
All right. So you make your way to Vera's Veritable Vestments. You see it is, a permanent fixture, so this is like kind of a proper building. You see the sign that Bryce originally saw hanging over the door. And as you creak open the door, you hear just a little ting, ting, ting above you as a bell rings. And you see in front of you, currently, putting some clothes back up on a rack, there's a red dragonborn. And she's got these little tiny, like, golden rimmed glasses on on her snout, and she looks over and she goes like, "Oh, hello there. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Vera's Veritable Vestments. Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
I'm Vera Verity. I'm here to help you put yourself in the best investment possible." Oh, thank you. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Ah.
Yeah.
Scramble off of your back really quickly.
You,
I'm
Try to
catching up with the group.
What's on your face?
What do I have something?
No, what are these?
Oh, these are my glasses. I use them for reading
There's.
when I want to look at something very small.
Oh, so you're old.
I wouldn't say
That's
that.
not
I'm in
nice.
my prime.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I take it you're here for clothes?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind the hardwood floors, young one, with those hooves.
What about my hooves?
I just don't go scuffing up the floors. It's
That's one
put
of the
your shoes
things
back
he's in need of some socks and shoes.
Oh,
Please.
okay. I've never done socks for hooves before. That's going to be a tricky one.
I'm sure you can manage.
Thank you.
I'm seeing your work around here, and it seems you're quite accomplished
Oh,
as a seamstress. Do
well,
you make all of this yourself?
Not all of it myself. I make some of it. Some of this is just, generic. I make it myself. Some of this I can make some stuff to fit if you want. So
Tailoring.
custom tailored, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to
So what do we
meekly
see?
climb back up on Reeves'
Oh.
back. Sorry,
You hear-
ma'am.
3 ribs dislocated.
Yeah.
But yeah, inside you see that it's a fairly well-maintained, clean interior. There are some racks of clothes to one side, and then there's some, they're separated by like intent. So there's some that are, more casual, where they're not really separated by like style necessarily, but you can definitely pick out, like, as you go down, like, okay, that's the expensive stuff over there. This is the cheap off the rack, like, bargain stuff over here. But there's like a little staircase to your left that goes up to kind of an elevated area where the little there's a kind of a table there where you can see is the little checkout payment area.
Are there different colors?
Oh yeah, tons of colors. There's all sorts of colors.
Rand is like looking around, being like, how did you put the sky on this? What did you put this in blood? How did you get this color?
No, I certainly hope it's not blood. I don't do the dyeing myself. I buy the fabric like this.
What?
Oh no. Is she
I've lived under a
okay?
rock.
Okay.
Exposed to the world.
How hard was
I
the
was
rock
in a
coming down when she
cabin.
lived under it?
No,
Hey, that wasn't very
That's not-
nice.
I'm sorry. That was not.
Can I
That was
borrow
not.
that as a lyric?
Sure. Are you?
I'm a
Rand?
bit of a musician.
Oh.
But that was inspiring.
Oh, thank you.
Rand, you know so much more about other things that nobody else knows about.
Like, she doesn't
fire.
even know as much about
Yeah.
rocks as you
I
do,
do
I
know
bet.
a lot about
Yeah.
fire.
You
And
you know
rock.
so much about fire,
I know.
and I bet
I am a
she
bit rock
doesn't know-
ignorant.
she
doesn't
doesn't know most
know.
about fire.
That's
We all have gaps in our knowledge.
So
It's okay.
anyway, we're looking for some clothes.
Sure.
Perhaps even, do you sell means of cleaning and taking care of clothes as well? We're going to be on the road quite a bit, I feel, and it would be nice if we had some way to take care of ourselves.
Of course,
Yes.
I have.
A bit of a detergent.
Yes, detergents. I have some specialty soaps for depending on the fabric that you want. If it's a fur, I have one thing. If it's a wool, I have another thing. And I can give you instructions if you need guidance on how to do that. Okay. Yeah, sure. But are you interested in anything in particular?
We're trying to look good enough to go to the Airy.
To the area itself. Oh. I mean, if you're just trying to get into the filigree, I can make that happen. That's easy.
I'd like to go to the area.
Yeah, what would we need to get into the Airy?
Into the area? I think
Just
you
to
need
look,
If you're talking about the gardens, I think I can make that work too. Same thing as the filigree. If you're getting into the area proper, I mean, then you must have an invite from the Emperor himself. That's...
Oh yeah.
Oh, really? Roll deception.
Taking no part in this.
Can I-
Yeah,
can I
with
just-
disadvantage given
can I
how
just-
you are dressed.
Can I just reach a hand back and do guidance on Bryce's
Sure,
leg or
yeah.
something?
That was kind of... Roll that again.
Oh man, it was almost...
Guidance.
What happened to the dice tracer?
Ha ha ha!
And was that with disadvantage?
Wait, no.
No,
it's
not a
D4.
D6, D4 for guidance, yeah.
Oh, D4. Not...
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
with
not
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Okay, so let's see what. Ha ha! It is with disadvantage, you fool!
D4 pyramid.
This
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
He rolled a 19 out of 20.
3.
Oh my god.
22, and then also plus my deception.
He's pretty convincing.
Where is deception?
For the first time in his life, Bryce is convincing.
Oh,
It's a PR stunt.
24.
Well, excuse me for doubting you.
Yeah.
Well,
We
in that
actually were
case-
just talking to one of the Lustrous Brigade last night.
Oh. Now, which one?
Willow.
Willow.
You know.
No.
Hickory.
Hickory. That's his
Hickory.
name. One of those plants. I'm new to trees in general. I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. But I mean, if you're going to the area itself, then we must get you hooked up with something fancy. May I fit you with something?
I mean,
Shoes,
I guess that
please.
would be
Yes,
nice.
Well, of course.
That would
Is
be
there
At the
something in
very
particular?
least.
Yes. Stylistically, what are we looking for here? Hmm?
Combat worthy?
Able to move.
Okay.
I feel you would
Breathable.
be
Breathable.
Suitable in
Flexible.
a flowy
Can,
Okay.
silk
can
shirt.
Work with
potentially
that.
be under
Breeches.
some armor.
Yes.
Um,
Some
black.
silks, maybe. Yes.
All
Or
black.
hiding armor.
Or hiding armor.
Okay.
And after being on the road for so long, I should probably update this hood, this robe.
Of course. Oh, yes. You must have a hood to match.
Yeah, these
yes.
skins are pretty holy.
So you're
I'd
wanting
say.
something hooded.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'm thinking
think
of
about that.
a light blue would be good.
A light blue.
A light
okay.
blue.
So I know just the fabric. So, just to get this out of the way, if I'm going to do full outfits for you, I mean, if it's for the Emperor, I'll give you a little bit of a discount.
Thank
But
you.
for a custom tailored outfit, it would be about. I'll run you about 30 gold pieces a person.
Oh.
Right, I think
Does that sound fair?
you have a clearance section.
Oh. Well, yes, right over
Sorry,
here.
I'm
Yes.
not. He's. Yeah. Thank you.
Of
And I'm gonna
course.
just browse.
Okay.
I'm looking for something that's kind of in keeping, because my style's already kind of like holes and like grunge.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something clean, and perhaps a more appropriate colorway.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
something that's more
A little more neutral, maybe, or
less offensive.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna have to ditch the jacket I have on right now. Maybe upgrade to maybe some Doc Martens instead of Chuck Taylors.
Oh
you know?
wow.
A little spit shine going on there. Maybe fewer holes in my pants, but maybe like a chain link
Okay,
wallet
yeah,
or some
yeah.
crap like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but yeah, you could probably play it off as like a watch or something like that if you really wanted to.
Like a pocket. Yeah.
Yeah, like an old pocket watch. Okay, roll an investigation check
Sure.
since
Do you
you're
have any idea
exploring the
how
clearance
much
rack.
gold I should have? Because in the app it says 165, and I very much doubt that's.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a lot of gold.
I don't remember saying anything about gold. I know I'm a guild merchant as my background.
Because you recovered, I think Guild Merchant gives you a
They give
lot.
like
Let me check real quick.
something.
But I know you recovered like something like 60 gold from the brass circlet.
It's
Oh,
fairly
No, we
wow.
helpful,
divided
not that
it.
much.
You did divide it, but I don't
Thought we
know.
got 12.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm.
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
have
that's
more
right.
gold than that, please tell me.
So what did you say your background was? It was guild.
Yeah, guild guild merchant, guild artisan, whichever the second word is. The one where I have a
find out.
letter from the guild as one of my items.
Oh, it's both of those things. It's
Darn it.
guild artisan and guild merchant.
Gosh,
It's
darn-
the
okay,
same
I'll
background.
tell you.
Do you have
So it starts you with 15 gold pieces. So,
So-
yeah. Go ahead.
Investigation, you said?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a 13.
13. Okay. So yeah, you're sifting through the racks, and you are trying to find kind of approximately what you want. You don't find like the pocket watch kind of chain that you're looking for. It may just be more of an accessory, not what they sell here. But you do find a good pair of boots. They're not like Doc Martens necessarily, but they do lace up a bit. They're kind of a high rise boot a little bit that you could make work with a lot of different things.
Okay.
So, but you do, easily can manage to find some just less aggressive clothing, less aggressive colors, kind of what you're looking for there.
These are my blending in clothes. I'm not blending in at all, which is great. but
Blending
also
in more.
a little bit more.
Do you have anything that's fireproof?
Well, if you're looking for something fireproof, you probably want something leather, like a treated leather. It's usually outside of my purview, but there are some shops I can recommend that might deal in those kinds of wares. If that's okay. Okay. So let me get out my little, and she whips out, she runs up to her desk and comes back with a little, like, Rolodex style kind of thing, and she flips through it, and she says, let's see. I think you'll probably want to go to, Greta Hivowick. Yes, Greta will be able to do you right. She's, so if you go straight out the door, and then to the left, she's a couple of stalls down. You'll see her. She's got all of her wares out on front of her. You'll see the leathers. She's a fine artisan.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else that I can help you with while you're here?
What does she look like?
Oh, she's a gnome, so she's a little small, but she's got some dark black hair, about shoulder length, green eyes, hard to miss. Unless, like, you know, looking. Anyway, if you're looking at the right height, you'll be able to see her. Sometimes she's up on a stool, and it's not important. You'll find her.
Okay.
What about the rest of you? How can I help the rest of you?
Yeah. Well,
I think probably 27 would be more accurate.
I don't know. Should I when we go there, like, should I have my armor on? Should I doff my armor?
Kaladar? You seem to know
Yes.
about these things.
Armor? No armor?
Probably no armor.
No
I
armor?
think that would be the safest route. But if you dress it up right, I'm sure you could make it work.
Bit of
If you get-
polish.
Right.
Polish. I could
Bits of
probably only have
polish.
a couple pieces of armor.
Sure. Maybe a nice
Yeah.
overcloak to, cover it a little bit. That might do fine.
Okay. Yeah. I want to look for, like a black dress maybe. Yeah, I'm just looking for like long flowy black dress,
Okay.
maybe like like a little bit of like lace somewhere. And like maybe just like a simple black coat, like cloak or something that I can like throw over like a chest piece of armor. Yeah.
Okay, I think well, right this way. Are you do you want this custom? Are you doing
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just if
Yes,
you
right over
know
here.
of anything that you have in here.
Well, I try to organize this by color, but it doesn't always. People, they come in, they rearrange. It's a nightmare. I usually keep it down at the end of the aisle, the
Okay,
darker
yeah, I'll just go.
shade. So
Yeah.
Okay. Roll an investigation check. Cool. Tradj, what are you in for?
I'd like a new pair of boots. Do you have any corduroy pants?
Oh, of course I've got corduroys.
God.
Oh my god.
It's all the rage right now.
It really is. It's coming back in.
Yes,
What's the
it's
corduroy
odd.
bell-bottoms?
It's odd, right? In the middle of spring, you'd not expect it, but hey, who am I to argue?
And I'd like those in brown too. I mostly wear earth tones.
Daring.
And I'm thinking like a forest green Henley or something like that, and
What's
a
Form-fitting.
Do you have any fur
Showing the
coats?
collarbones.
We have all sorts of furs. We usually keep these. Are you? I assume. I'm going to assume everybody's going off the rack here. No custom tailoring. Yes. So we do have an assortment of furs that are over with the other racks. If you peruse over there, there are some there. Maybe you'll find one to your liking. Enjoy.
Perfect.
Roll an investigation check for me as well.
14.
14? Okay. You find easily, there's a ton of black dresses over here. You find one that, seems approximately what you're looking for. It's not perfect, but, it's got a little bit of lace, but maybe not in necessarily exactly what you wanted. But yeah, it's
That's
serviceable to work.
The lace is like the lowest on the list of what I'm looking for this. So
Sure.
cool.
Yeah, you find about what you want. Something that will do the job.
Cool.
I rolled a 15.
15? Yeah, with a 15, you find just about, you weren't looking for anything like super outlandish, so you find, what you're looking for. Brown corduroys, easy. And you said what kind of boots were you looking for?
Just like some worn-in work boots, or something to get me outside.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can find that, no problem. Yeah, no real issues finding what you're looking for. And last, oh yeah, go ahead.
Nope.
Hmm?
I was going to have some conversation about the price of the items I've
Oh,
selected.
we'll get to
Yes,
that. Yeah.
that's where I'm asking myself.
Yeah.
All right, so theoretically I had 27 gold.
Yes, 27 I think is correct. I don't know how. Maybe you I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Okay. So I'm gonna say, can you put me down for a quick second? It's important.
Oh, it's
It's
important.
Yeah, important. She doesn't know yet, and I need to let her know.
I'm assuming that you were like, taking him with you to like go look at the dresses and
I'm like,
everything.
I've been in my.
Bryce is like, ooh, that would really.
Yeah, you're like arms up.
I'm like going through into the dressing room with mom while she's like, on bras and stuff.
No, that lace there. No. But all right. Good.
Okay, yeah, and as I just guidance, real quick.
Hey, I'm talking to Vivian. Vivian, right?
Vera,
Vera.
yes.
Um,
That's fine. You got the first letter right. That's the most important.
sorry, a lot of bees, and we've been on a really long journey.
Oh, of course.
So-
Haven't we all?
The reason why we're going to the area is actually each of us is a potential candidate to become the new light blue lustrous brigade.
Oh.
And so we've been on the road for a really long time. I mean, as you can tell, look at all of us.
Sure.
And so I'm just wondering, could I get that look? I mean, I'm trying to get one up on the rest of these guys. Could I get maybe it for 25 gold pieces?
I'm trying to fill a lustrous brigade spot at your age.
And when I become famous and the lustrous brigade, I'll make sure everyone knows what I'm wearing came from this shop.
Oh, you better. I'll stitch it into the side.
Do
Roll
it.
a persuasion check for me.
All right, and so since I am attempting to pass myself off as the thing for actor is that in order to get an advantage on this,
Okay.
I have to be impersonating another person. How far do I have to be exactly impersonating a real
Yeah, I would think
person?
you would have to be like trying to be somebody.
I mean, I'm trying to.
Like I don't know what the wording
A
is
named
exactly,
person.
but yeah,
A named
like
person?
yeah, like
Like
Okay.
an Elvis
somebody. Yeah,
impersonator.
yeah,
I was
exactly. Like
just
you're
wondering.
trying to replicate somebody else's behavioral patterns and affectations, that kind of thing.
Okay. I thought about it.
But I will say, since you did so well on your last persuasion check or your deception check, like this is just gonna be a straight up roll.
Okay.
Because you already kind of like opened you kicked the door open a little bit,
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, never
Oh,
mind. Too
We
powerful
really got to
roll.
get that
Gosh dang.
dice tray over.
20.
Natural 20!
Paul is hating us right now.
Very important.
I gotta stop making you roll for things.
Yes, don't forget guidance.
Oh, that's right. Guidance, and then I
Like, it
haven't even
matches.
added my deception.
Yeah. So what's the total?
24 plus 4. That would be a 28.
That's like dragon attack roll.
I know. You just convinced an actual, not a dragon board, like an actual dragon with that roll.
It's amazing.
She looks at you, just kind of, her eyes go a little bit wide. She's like, it's the weirdest thing. Normally I would call you on that, but for some reason I believe you.
I mean, it's the truth.
I mean, certainly I wouldn't expect a 13-year-old to be walking, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why would I be walking around lying like that? I mean, I'm only 13. I can't be
I-
that good of a liar. Come on.
That's the thing. It's just too good for me to. Well, I mean, if we're talking a deal here,
Oh, we're talking a deal.
if we're talking a marketing deal here, I get to put my insignia
Mm-hmm.
somewhere visible.
Totally fine.
Okay.
Mhm.
And if the time arises and you're in a place that may not be familiar with my brand,
Mm.
maybe drop a little,
Yeah, I could
drop
say
a line.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely talk it up a little bit.
All right. I think you've got the deal.
No. And if you could make me look as much, and I don't know if you know much about Aqua, but that was my favorite Lustrous Brigade growing up, and that is who I'm trying to be. You know, that light blue one. So if that's why I was kind of wanting that light blue hoodie.
Okay, a light blue hoodie. All right. Is there a certain style that you're going for? Something that you're trying to evoke as the new blue?
I mean,
The new blue. I want
you were saying you were already. I mean, it feels like you know the proper so well. I'm willing to leave it up to you, and I'll make sure to include that this was all your idea, your design.
Of course. Give me a word, an adjective, something to go off of, something to work with.
Regal.
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 Oh, interesting. The first regal blue. Okay, I think I can. A royal blue, perhaps.
Yeah.
That's more darker than lighter, but I can work with that. Okay. Since this is going to be a custom thing, it's going to take me a couple days. Is that okay? I can give you a walk around or something to wear in the meantime. While I work on it. And I'll cut you a deal, right? Only 12. I'll say 20 gold for the custom, since we have an arrangement.
Wow.
I will take that.
Okay, wonderful. I'll get started on it right away.
As long as I can get into that garden, you know, still trying to impress today and tomorrow.
Sure. I forgot to start the music again. Yes, I'll work on that. In the meantime, we have a wide arrangement of... here, come with me. I'll find it for you. We'll look together.
Thank you so much. And if you could maybe help me find a pair of shoes, that'd be pretty good.
Yes, interesting. And you're talking, like... Not the... But, like...
You know, the...
Like, not horse... But is that offensive?
Well, horseshoes don't really work for cloven hooves, do they?
What would have
That's
worked
a good
in
point.
your shop?
That's a good point.
You know?
That's a very good question. We don't get a lot of satyrs here.
So what would you have liked to see me in when I walked in? Imagine that.
I think I'm going to have to do something custom for that as well. But in the meantime, I can maybe do a quick job on some... Well, geez, I don't really know. Give me a couple hours. I'll work something out for you.
Okay, yeah.
Does that sound acceptable?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. I've got to think about that one. That's a challenge.
Well, thank you so much for everything you're doing. I'm sure with this look, these guys won't stand a chance.
Of course not. But yes, here's a hoodie like you had requested, and we have some pants. Depends on the style you're going for. If you're going for something a little bit more adventurous and daring, we have some wide-flared pantaloons over here, something like that, or just some straight skinny cut down.
I think I might take those white flare pantaloons if you don't mind.
You'll look like a right swashbuckler with those on.
Do you happen to have any shirts that look like pirates? No. I have to look proper.
Okay, all right.
Unless you think.
I mean, I can make you look like a rich swashbuckler.
Now that sounds good.
Okay. I'll work on it.
Thank you. Make us proudly walk back home.
Attention, everyone. Shoes for goats exist.
Send me that picture so I can figure out what the heck I'm going to be doing during the intermission. All right, so everybody satisfied with what they've got?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would like to go visit this Greta Hithawick.
Yeah, let's pay first real quick, and then
yeah.
we'll run over
That's
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, everybody has everything that they want, yes? So that will be, and she kind of takes out a pen, does a little, and starts kind of tallying things up, and she's like, all right, for you, just the dress, that will be, let me check my prices. I know I wrote these down. So that would be about 7 silver pieces for the dress. Yes.
And there was also that, like, I was looking for like a cloak or something.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, easy to find. Just
Okay,
if you're just looking for like a kind of plain cloak.
Plain
Yeah.
black cloak.
Yeah, easy. You find one that's wide enough to kind of fit over your armor, but has a little bit of a taper to it, so you have a little bit of a form still with it. Easy. Yeah.
Speaking my language. Okay, 7 silver.
Yep. And
Here we
then, and then you, with those, that will run you about 6 silver pieces. And then, right here,
Yes.
okay, interesting.
That's what I can afford. I'm
Yeah,
not going to
there'll be
play
6
as
silver
I-
pieces for you as well.
Pardon?
6 silver
Okay,
pieces.
great.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then finally, for you, I'll start working on it. I'll take a half payment up front if that's all right with you.
Sure, the 10?
The 10.
Oh, here you go.
Of course. And she, just kind of discreetly takes it. She purposefully left off how much it costs just to
Oh.
So she kind of grabs it from you, trying to be covert,
Oh, yeah.
to hide how much you're actually paying. And just kind of tucks it in. She's like, "Thank you. It'll take a little bit. Come back in about 2 days' time. I'll have
Of
it for
course,
you."
thank you.
Of course.
I still have the little hood and the...
Yeah, you've got
no
your
pants and-
kind of. Yeah.
What shirt did I end up with? Have I ended up with a rich pirate shirt?
What would you like? Would you rather have the hoodie or would you rather have like a pirate shirt?
I'd rather the hood.
Okay, then you have the hood.
Okay.
Yeah. So you not really a hoodie, but you have like a
Nice.
Like a
Light
cloak?
blue
Yeah.
cloak.
yeah, you
Okay.
kind of have like just kind of an undershirt and then a cloak over with a light blue hood
Oh, okay.
that you can flip up.
Still got mom's tunic.
All right. So, anything else that you'd like to look for at Vera's, or we go into the leather?
I would like to go to the
Okay.
Oh, the next place has leather.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry. The soap, please.
Oh, how
Yes,
could I
I'd
forget?
love to
Oh,
maintain.
yes, of course, of
Yes,
course.
Forgot.
So I believe somebody was looking for furs. Who's looking for furs? Was somebody wanting to get
Oh, yeah.
furs? Yes. Oh, yes. So for the furs, you're going to want, and she takes a small little bottle out. She's like, you're going to want to apply this. Roughly, this is an oil-based solution. You're going to want to do this maybe once every few weeks, just to give it the sheen, maintain it well. If it gets dirty, just water only. Okay, there you go. And then for the rest of you, I can do individual little detergents if you'd like. Will that suffice? Yes, there you go.
Yes,
There you go.
thank you.
Okay. Would that settle it?
I think that's
Okay.
all.
On the house for the detergents
Oh,
too, for all of you
you're
buying.
so
such.
sweet.
Of course, of course.
Thank
Um,
you.
All right. Well, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
I'll be seeing you later.
Yes.
I should mention that loud that we're gonna be later.
All right. So
Leathers.
yes.
leathers.
So you head back outside into the market, and you take the left that she told you to take, and then a couple stalls down, you do see a gnome perched atop a wooden stool, and she is inside a relatively roomy stall, and hanging from it's like a canvas kind of canopy over, hanging from some of the support girders are like just some hangers that have various leathers on them. Some of them are unprocessed, just the treated leather itself, not like actually fashioned into any sort of garment. Some of them are fashioned into either armor or like just kind of shirts, or pleated or pleats I should say, like some pant coverings, that kind of thing. There are those things there. There are some other less heavy items too. If that's what you're looking for, you can kind of pick out a few as well that are more just like kind of like what you saw Hickory wearing, but maybe a little less worn in, for lack of a better term. His looked very like had a lot of that aging, that leather aging, and then the creasing and the color. What's the word I'm looking for? Patina.
Patina?
Yeah. So these look much newer. Maybe not quite as good a quality, but still fine workmanship.
Are there any different colors?
Most of what you see is just kind of shades of brown, from beige. But roll an investigation check to see what you can find.
That's a 6.
Yep. You're kind of like looking through, and you don't really see anything that's like, dyed or colored at all. But Greta is, dealing with another customer, but she looks over at you and she says, "I'll be with you in a minute."
Okay. Are there any, like, Randy's particularly, she used to have these gloves that, like, are, like, far too worn and, like, were junk years ago, but she's looking for, like, back of the hand and kind of, like, gauntlet gloves.
Okay.
That aren't on the palms, but might just, like, loop on a middle finger and gauntlet.
Okay.
To kind of hide the shocking grasp.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Greta finishes up with the customer, and she comes over. She's like, "What can I help you with? What do you want? What do you like?"
Do you have anything that would be like leather gauntlets, but
Oh,
not
sure.
cover my palms?
Not cover your palms.
Mm,
Ooh. I think I might have something like that here. And she hops down off her stool and runs back and pops open a chest and kind of rifles through, and you can see, just looking over her shoulder, there's just a bunch of different like gloves in there. You see just some like heavy, like looks like gloves that maybe a blacksmith would use, some like heat treated that would be helpful like when you're working with a furnace or something. And she pulls out a pair of gloves that they are like chainmail a little bit, like a loose chainmail, and then leather on the back, and the chainmail is just on the inside, and then it's leather kind of on the rest of it. And she says, would these work? Is this kind of what you're looking for?
I'd say so.
Okay. Yeah, great. So something like this run you about like 3 gold pieces. How's that sound?
That's a lot.
Oh.
Let's see if we can like get other things and do like a bargain. I'm trying to like.
Okay, yeah, are you trying to be stealthy about this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, let's get other things and see if we can like haggle that price down.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about pants?
Oh, yeah, we got all kinds of pants. Sure, yeah. Take your pick.
Fireproof pants?
Yeah, we got some heavier leathers, yeah, if you want those. They'll if I don't know if you look like you may be the adventuring type, so if you're looking for something that'll protect you from fire, arrows, some blades, yeah, we got tons of those.
That sounds good.
Cool. Yeah, I can get that. She, hops back up on her stool and reaches up and kind of unclips a pair of pants and throws it over her arm. She's like, anything else?
How much are these?
Oh, the pants? Yeah, that'll be like it's like another 3 gold pieces for those. With the gloves, the cost of the chain drives up the price just a little bit. So if you were getting just all leather, it'd be like maybe 2 gold pieces, but
If you get all leather, you can get more. With the chainmail drives up the price, right? And it's good. It's real good. But you won't be able to get as much.
What do you offer in the way of hats?
We got 7
hats.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got some leather hats. Fits right over. Even got some ear warmers on there.
Any
we
with a brim?
The
perhaps?
brim? Yeah, we got a couple with brims. Sure.
Take a brim hat.
Okay.
How much would that be?
I'll run you about 15 silver.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Cool.
Do you have any gloves without chainmail that look kind of like this?
Not with like the palm missing. I mean, usually I try to sell it whole. I suppose if you wanted to do it aftermarket, you could probably just like do that yourself. Take a razor to it. Just make sure you avoid the stitch line on there. Don't want it to fall apart on you.
Could we just remove the chain from the glove and give
I
that
suppose
to
you could.
Yeah,
Oh,
when-
you and give it back to me?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could.
Okay.
I'll
Work
just
with
take
that.
the gloves without the chain mail. I bet I can do it myself. I made
Yeah.
these myself. I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're obviously very skilled.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly. Yeah.
Okay, just plain leather gloves. Are you looking for something heavy like with the pants or?
Mhm,
Okay. Yeah. So I can get you that. That'll be like 2 gold. A little bit cheaper.
Do you want anything else? Also, we have 8 gold. Sorry, not 7. I misspoke. We have 8.
Okay. Do you have
Oh,
any
yeah.
like shirts that are leather?
Sure. Yeah, we've got some thinner leather
Okay.
offerings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. You going for a style? You gunning for Hickory's position or something over here?
Yeah, that's what I'm gunning for
Oh.
actually.
Oh.
They think he's getting too old, so they're looking for
Wow.
a replacement.
Oh.
And yeah,
I had no idea.
yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
It is crazy. So yeah, that kind
Old?
of.
Even?
I thought he was only like in his 40s or something like that. But
Oh,
I don't know.
Basically dead.
I thought that was old.
Put in the grave.
Well,
Well, I don't know.
apparently they
Maybe it
think
is
they're
for that
getting
line
I'm
of
not
work.
saying-
Yeah.
They're
I
he's
think
getting
it's like a
slow.
accent, I'm not
That's
gonna
what I
say.
hear.
Oh, really? That's like the opposite of his thing.
I'm pretty fast.
Show me. She holds out just a copper. She's like, huh?
Rand is very confused.
Try to take it from my palm.
No.
Oh. Oh, that's okay. Just
That's a
thought.
valid response, I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Sure. But yeah, just the leather then. Okay. Yeah, like an under. Okay. So all that together, I run you like, I'd say 8 gold pieces
I mean,
all told.
make it 6, and we'll tell people about your shop.
That's not how this goes.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah, I mean, if I become the new Hickory, I can, you know.
Are we just doing this for everybody?
Yeah, I know, right? This is the new
the
new play.
The awkward thing is because he literally hasn't been seen in years.
Yeah, I went with
and then Hickory,
Aqua's
we literally
believable.
saw him last night. People know he's alive and well.
Honestly, though, this is
What?
the most like Rand version of trying to pull this
Incredible.
off.
Yeah.
He's pulling
I'll
something
tell
Stealing
people about
somebody
your
else's.
plays.
He's very healthy.
10.
10. She's like, tell you what, I'll do 7 gold and 5 silver. I'll knock
7
off the
gold
5
even.
silver. I appreciate you getting the word out. I've got a pretty healthy business. I think I'm doing okay, but I do. I trust me. Word of mouth is very important. Tell your friends about the show. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna discourage it, right? 7 gold, 5 silver. How's it sound?
7 gold, 5 silver is fair.
All right.
Yeah, let's
Cool.
do that.
Okay.
All right. She hands over the leather.
Mm-hmm.
Were you already wearing leather armor, or what were you wearing?
I think so.
Okay. Double check, 'cause if not, you may want to add it in your inventory, because that would give you leather armor, which may boost your AC a little bit.
I have just leather.
But yeah, I would just mark leather armor in there.
So
Oh,
this
yeah, you
one-
already have leather armor. Yeah.
Okay.
But this would be, I guess, newer, a little bit.
Fancy.
Yes, fancier,
Fancy.
smells better.
That's-
So, all right.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. This is your money.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I think that's it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Happy adventuring, New Hickory,
Thank you.
Willow, whatever you want to be called.
No, Hickory's fine.
Okay, I think I usually choose a new name.
Is
Alright.
there a shop anywhere that's selling like weapons?
Yeah. As you're walking away, you can see in this kind of corner that you're in.
Mm.
It's out front was a lot of like the fragrant stuff, the eye-catching stuff, right? The spices, food, those kinds of things. But as you go further in, you get to like the clothing, you get to some of the armor, and you do see, the sun's high right now. Like you turn a corner, and it's just like sunlight just reflecting off of all of these like metal implements. Saying, yeah, you just kind of have to like, oh, yep, there it is, found it. Yeah, there's a couple stalls here. So one of them you see just has kind of a table out front of the stall, and has like several different styles of blades, just like simple make, and then you can see there's behind in the back of the stall there are some looking like fancier weapons back there, some more specialty weapons, better designs, fancier like pommels on like the swords, that kind of thing. And then next to it, there's also what looks like a Bowyer Fletcher stall that has some bows hanging from the top of, similar to how Greta had the leathers hanging, has the bows kind of hanging from the top. And you can see in that stall, there's on one side there's like long bows, in the front there's crossbows, and then to the right there are short bows, and they're all just kind of hanging there, displayed prominently, to catch your eye. So whatever you want, it is there.
Tradj is just like drooling a little bit. Wipe his mouth.
What about the actual like shopkeepers? Do we see them?
Yeah. So in the weapon shop, you see kind of an older dwarf. He's got big bushy beard that he's kind of pulled down into two separate ponytail style things. He's got like some brass little hooks holding it in place. He's got just some rosy cheeks. He's laughing a lot, having a good time, chatting with customers, and he's kind of working that stall. And then in the Bowyer stall, you see a younger looking, he's actually a wood elf, same as you, Tradj, but he looks like he's kind of on the younger side, but you stand there for a minute, you hear him talking, and he clearly knows his stuff, and clearly he's able to back it up, right? You can see what he's got hanging, you can see his wares. Yeah.
I want to go towards the weapon shop.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow.
Okay. And then Tradj, I imagine you're going straight for the bows, right?
I'm gonna see what's in the weapon shop as well. But
Okay.
I think I'll go to the bow shop after.
Okay.
The bow stall.
Yeah, so the dwarf turns as you walk up, and he's like, hello, how may I help you?
Hi.
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 I'm Bryce.
Cal, nice to meet you.
Cal.
Cow.
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 No,
Okay.
with an L.
Oh, cow.
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 I was wondering.
Short for calorie. Not for me, my name's just Cal, but in other forms.
Calorie is short for kilocalorie.
Oh.
You ever think about that?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what words are being said right now. I was wondering, are there any daggers that are like, not like the throwing daggers are meant to be thrown, but are there daggers that are more easily thrown?
Of course. So you're not talking about actual throwing daggers.
Yeah, no. Like, I want to be able to use them, but if I wanted to throw it, it would be easier than a normal dagger. Does that exist?
I think you're describing a throwing dagger. I mean, a
Probably.
throwing dagger is still going to do the job up
I kind of want to
close.
look at the throwing daggers, I think.
Okay, yeah, I've got a few over here if you'd like to take a look. And he gestures towards a little display case, and it's got just a wooden rack, and you see kind of neatly situated in the rack are an assortment of daggers of different make. Some of them are, just straight up and down, iron. You have some steel. You have some daggers that look like they have like kind of an outline around like a second metal kind of tracing the outline. One of them looks almost like silver around it, and then you see a few more that look more maybe ornamental than anything else. But yeah.
any fancy hilts going on, or just?
The ornamental looking ones, definitely. You see one that has coming off of the hilt, it looks like just a dragon's head, kind of mouth open, fashioned out of the metal. And then you see another one that's like, looks like a lion's head. There's a lot of kind of animal strength, strong animal based, kind of engravings on those hilts.
Ren, go.
How much are these going for?
Well, it depends on which one you want. If you want just your basic iron dagger, won't be much. But if you're talking about this one right here, and he holds out like the silver tip dagger, and he's like, this one.
Dragon handle.
Yeah, he's like, this one's a fancy one.
Where did you get that dragon? I didn't think that they were that small.
Oh, well, that's the thing. I made this dragon myself out of metal.
Ren just like looks at her dagger and looks at that and is.
It's not a real dragon.
Ren walks towards the bow shop.
All right. But yes, is there a specific make that you're interested in?
DM.
Yep.
Is the damage different between any of these? Or are they all going to deal the exact same amount of damage?
The iron and the steel pretty much the same.
Fancy dagger though. Does it do any extra damage? Or is it just fancy?
Psychic
Don't
damage
know.
from being
May-
struck with such a cool.
May have to ask a little bit about that.
Oh, okay. What's so special about the blade?
So he holds up the silver tipped one and he says, like, so this one. Now, if you ever find yourself out in a small town that you've never been before,
Been there.
the locals are giving you weird side glances.
Oh my gosh, been there. You're speaking my language right now.
And you notice, what's that? Up ahead. The moon's full. Reach in your pocket, pull out your silver-tipped dagger, and you'll be safe. No worries there. No werewolf can get you.
Okay, wait. wait, werewolf. Where is that?
Pull up.
It's
So-
also good for the normal, everyday dagger stuff. But
but it's good. It's special against werewolves.
well, it's got the silver inlaid in it. It's I take it. He puts that one down. I think that one might be out of the question.
DM question.
Yeah.
Regarding the lore involving iron and fae,
Mm-hmm.
is that a thing here?
That's a
In
good
your
point.
universe, am
That's a
I
very good
especially
question.
averse to iron?
Also me, because I am also Fae.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let
Right,
me
because
just
I
do
know
a
the weapons
Google.
I currently own.
Yeah, this is.
Didn't think about this.
I've heard of this in other campaigns and also in folklore.
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 Everyone knows the deadly iron fork.
Oh, folklore!
Farquaad.
Ren, are you and I the only ones who aren't Fae?
I
I think so.
think so.
No,
I don't-
well,
Is
so
an elemental fae?
No.
What
Okay,
else are
well.
not fae?
Is Rhea happening to be nearby?
With
Or
fae
just wondering?
ancestry,
Yeah.
but you're
Yeah,
not.
Rhea's
like,
probably
of the
sticking
Feywild.
pretty close to.
Yeah, I hadn't
Yeah.
thought about that.
Elves are too far removed from the pure, uncut fae.
You're not real Fae.
Not-
You can't sit with us.
No, you can't touch iron.
Yet to be decided from the
See
DM.
that fork? You can't
That's-
pick it up
that's
because
true.
of the lore.
The lore is stopping you.
It's just the werewolf thing got me thinking about other
That
metal
caught me so from
weaknesses.
left field.
I was like, wait.
Yeah, I was not like I was not
Sorry to put
anticipating
you on
that.
the spot
That's a
like
good
this.
question though.
Thanks. I'm
Do we have to
glad I
worry
made
about
it.
werewolves? Should we be worried about
So I
werewolves?
I don't know if
fantasy
5e like
language.
has a
I mean, well,
has
yeah,
a
but has
thing
anything
about
inclined that, we
but-
should be worried about werewolves
The
so
fact
far?
that he's presenting
mean,
a
the
silver
face
tip
on your
dagger
sword.
tells me that there's probably gonna be a werewolf.
There are
Not
werewolves
to metagame, but I'm
afoot.
metagaming right
Yeah.
now.
I met a tavern keeper who told me that his cousin's like uncle's sister-in-law knew this like boy in town who heard of somebody getting bitten by a werewolf the town over. So clearly
We need
they
to
are
worry.
real.
That
Yeah,
was
be
such a
careful.
long
They're
term.
as real as you and I. They walk among us
Among
in the
us.
streets among us.
Among us.
Among us.
I also I want to like how far away would you say Rhea is?
If I'm probably sticking pretty close by to you because I've like dropped you off my back. Like, no more uppies.
I'm gonna tie your elbow. Is silver good against anything other than werewolves? I don't really know what those even are in the first place.
Would I know any
Just roll an intelligence check for me.
intelligence check?
Vampires.
Vampire.
I've heard that the reason why, and this is out of character, obviously.
11.
Plus
11.
anything?
I mean, you know the basics, right? Silver, I almost said vampires.
Werewolves?
You had vampires in mind. Silver werewolves, bad combo. But outside of that, you don't really. That's about it.
Yeah.
I've heard the reason that vampires don't show up in film or on mirrors is because mirrors back in the day were backed with silver.
Mm.
And film cameras, also back in the day, used a silver compound for development.
I think I've heard that before.
Anyway,
I don't
you
know
don't
how
have
much
to make
that
that
has
canon
to.
at all. Whatever.
We'll figure it out.
It's
Work
fantasy,
it in
my dude.
somehow. How much is the dagger going for?
The silver tipped one.
The silver tip.
The silver tipped one.
'Cause I think Bryce is like, I'm trying to complete my regal look.
Mm.
Also.
That'll run you about 5 gold.
Mm.
If you're looking for just a standard steel throwing dagger, that'll be about 3 gold. The silver adds some cost. It's a hassle to work with.
Hey, Bryce. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I've never like really done this before, but I have
what's
a
that over there?
crossbow and some crossbow
Ooh.
bolts
Yeah.
that
Did
it's
somebody
pointless.
say my name?
It's pointless.
Yeah.
I don't need it's pointless.
You ever
Would
see
you like
the spots in front of your eyes whenever you
Is it
look at
cross-
would
So
you
it's-
like to
when
see
I
if
look
you
at
can
the sky
sell it
sometimes, I
and
see
like,
little
get some
wiggly
like
things.
stuff?
Right? A little.
They're floating
back
in my
for it,
eyes.
maybe,
Are
like,
the
get a
things
discount?
moving in my
Crossbow.
That
eyes?
can't be
Check
anything
her,
that
check,
small.
check.
Surely not.
Oh,
That would be
crossbow bolt?
ridiculous.
Tremble to
Oh,
think of
it's
it.
a dash.
Oh, I might actually.
Imagine what havoc they could
But I have
make.
a longbow that I could sell.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
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 Sorry,
Now I was
I
wondering.
spaced out a little bit.
If I offer, I'm 5 gold pieces for the silver tip dagger. That sounds reasonable. But I was wondering, would you be willing to exchange one of your basic iron throwing daggers for a longbow and 18 arrows?
A Skyrim shopkeeper who just buys anything.
Yeah,
you
right.
have. Take my 48
How about
reels of
these
cheese.
52 petty soul gems that I've collected?
Oh, correction, 19 arrows.
I was about to say no, but then you threw in that last arrow.
I
and
mean-
really sweetened the pot. How about this? 4 gold pieces. I'll take the bow. You keep your arrows. I don't really have use for the arrows.
So 4 gold pieces total? Or...
Total. You give me the 4 gold and the bow.
Mhm,
I
just-
give you the dagger.
And the throwing dagger? Because it was 5 gold pieces for the silver tip dagger. 3
Yes.
gold
Hey,
pieces for
Bryce.
throwing.
You might get a little more money if you sold your bow to the bow shop. Just the thought. Otherwise, this guy might just do that too.
So you're wanting the silver dagger and a regular dagger.
Yes.
Okay, I understand now. Tell you what, I'll knock one more gold piece off of it. Sound fair?
Which would make it.
So it was 6.
Basic math is
So,
really hard.
sorry. It was 5. I said 5 gold pieces for the silver one, right?
This game.
And then he says, you know what? I'll make it easy. Just give me the dang bow. And 5 gold pieces, and then here's your daggers.
Okay, thank you. Daggers.
Yeah, so he gives you the silver and the
Thank
Yeah.
you.
and the iron
School
dagger.
Didn't graduate, am I right?
Pick up a trade.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the wise words.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always looking for new assistants.
I'm okay. I'm
Okay.
kind of busy right
No, that's
now.
fine.
I'm
That's
sorry.
totally
I kind of
fine. No.
wrapped up at, like, 6.
It's
Right.
fine.
Really?
I've got other assistants
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
It's
yeah. I'm
just
sure,
that-
totally.
Yeah.
I'd
No, I
love
just
to
it's
be
always
assistant,
always
but
nice to have another hand around.
Yeah, I wish I could. Just so
Smithy.
busy.
Rand was totally like listening in, and she scuttles over and she said, "I can make dragons."
If you
I'm gonna
work hard
covertly
at
scooch away while this weird interaction is happening.
it.
Know how to make it. Okay.
It takes some years to get to that point.
Okay. I don't know if I'll live years. That's fine.
Well, I hope you do. And then
Flashbacks to high
during
school.
those years, you always return to Cal's Canopy.
Okay.
Sorry, we were getting derailed. Stop. No, not stop you. I'm so sorry. Continue.
All right.
Uh,
All right. So, anything else at the weapons
So,
no.
at Cal's Canopy?
not at Cal's.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Bowyer,
To the bow store.
Bye, Cal.
goodbye.
Are you taking my light crossbow?
Could I?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it's a light crossbow and 25 or 20 crossbow bolts.
Okay.
Crossbow bolts.
First thing
Okay.
I'm gonna do is walk up to the bow shopkeep and say, "How much would you give for 19 arrows?"
Oh,
If I
well,
sold 19 arrows, what you got?
hi, Sawyer.
No. Bryce.
Nice to meet you. Straight to business. All right. 19 arrows. Well, geez. What are the make of these arrows? Can I inspect the fletching,
Yeah.
please? Interesting.
Mint condition. Never been used.
I'll give you 7 silver.
Make it 8.
No.
Alright, I'll take it.
He's on a hard pocket.
Bryce has done a lot of talking to people he doesn't know, so at this point he's not willing. He's like, alright, fine.
Yeah, so he hands you the 7 silver and takes the arrows. Can I help you with anything else?
That's it for me. I just need to get that taken care of.
You look like a
Oh yes.
bow guy.
What do you
A bogey.
What do you have for sale?
Oh, I've got bows. I've got short ones, long ones, cross ones.
War ones?
Sure.
Compound.
Anything sighted?
Oh, we've got some sights, sure. I work with a fine glassmaker in town to fashion these. Is that what you're in the market for?
So
Sighted crossbow.
Would a sighted bow like help with proficiency or?
A sighted bow, I would say. That's a good question. A sighted bow, I would say, would allow you to. I was thinking about something along these lines, and I think I kind of want to like homebrew this a little bit. With a sighted bow, I would let you roll with your wisdom when you attack instead of like dex, because you're going off of your perception more, right? Especially with a crossbow, you know, it makes more sense to me that you would be like lining up the shot more instead of like how dexterously can you you know. So I think that's kind of how I would rule that.
Okay. Do you have any sighted longbows?
No, I haven't tried that one before. Don't know how you do that. That would be do the sight of it, because you need it like by your eye, right? I have to think about that. No, just on the crossbows.
Okay. You have one-handed crossbows?
Sure, we got some hand crossbows. Are you looking for a hand crossbow with a sight on it? Is that one that'll increase the price a little bit?
How much do those run?
Hand crossbow is normally going to be, I mean, just for your standard everyday, around 60 gold pieces.
Sheesh.
But if you're really wanting to get fancy here, I've been working on something recently.
What have
So-
you been working on?
Who you want to see?
Yeah.
Check this out. And he picks up one of the crossbows off of the table, and he's like, "Watch this." And he pulls the trigger, and like 3 crossbows, just one after another, just like ting 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 ting, come out. And he's like, "It's an automatic crossbow.
Oh my god.
Is that so cool?"
Oh wow.
Only 100 platinum for that one. And he sets it back down. So, what do you say? Anything tickling your fancy?
That is a bit outside of my budget.
Oh, that's totally fine. It's just
Yeah, what do you have in the way of like
Money?
5 gold pieces, like
Oh,
anywhere around that? range?
5. He picks up the 20 arrows that you just sold him, and he picks up another bundle, and he's like, "I've got 40 arrows. How's that sound?"
Sounds terrible.
So I need that
Very
for
good
8
May.
silver.
All right, fine. I'll throw in another 20. Make
7.
it 60.
I don't really need any arrows right now.
Okay, well,
Good as far as arrows go.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you'd have maybe a blueprint for your crossbow.
blueprints. Well,
Patent theft.
now that's a serious question. For the automatic crossbow, the auto crossbow.
Yeah.
That'd be even more expensive than the crossbow itself, wouldn't you think?
No, you can always make more blueprints.
I mean, sell a man a
Is-
auto crossbow, teach a man to auto crossbow.
But you're not teaching me how to build it. You're
Well,
just
it's
giving me a
giving you
piece
the
of paper.
blueprints.
Is there a chance I could, Loki, while this conversation is happening, look around for the blueprints for the crossbow?
Yeah, sure. Roll me.
Are you gonna pirate the blueprints for this crossbow?
You wouldn't steal a crossbow. You wouldn't 3D print a
Wouldn't
crossbow.
download a crossbow.
Yeah.
would you?
Pirating is a good thing. I love making
Do
Roll
what you want, 'cause I'll
me
pirate this for
just
you.
real quick.
Yes.
I just do an investigation check. That's fine.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
I know where your brain.
My brain went a couple different places.
That's gonna be a big ol', I believe 11. Let me just make sure on that though. There we go. Yeah, 11.
11. Yeah, you don't really see any blueprints just laying around. You kind of scan the area. You don't see anything that looks like a good candidate. No. But
Yeah, I don't really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not today. Sorry.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right. Anybody else?
It's not really my
Bows?
wheelhouse.
No. Okay. That's fine.
I did my
Wrong kind of
business.
bow.
I just followed Tradj out.
Okay. All right. So as you leave, what did I name his place? I don't remember. Not important. As you leave Sawyer's stall.
No one bought anything.
I mean, he was swindling us. What do you mean?
Those are fair market
Gave me
prices. Thank you very
7
much.
silver, tried to sell them off
That's
for
intellectual
50.
property. You have to think of the futures.
What has
Mhm.
Calidar been doing?
Oh yeah. When you were walking out and paying for your stuff, you saw Calidar walk up with like, a robe and a new pair of pants and like a nice kind of little kind of lace up shirt. And he was walking up and he bought himself some stuff too. And he's just been kind of tailing behind you. It's kind of hanging out.
Are these clothes for you to come with us to the gardens?
Are you wanting me to
Sure.
come with you? I mean,
Don't
I
feel like you have to.
don't want to impose.
Would you like to?
I would fancy a trip to the gardens if you'll have me.
It seems like
Yeah.
you know where you're going.
You know a lot
And
more
you,
than us.
yeah.
you do look fine.
Stop.
Oh.
Stop.
Oh.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh.
It's 6 plus.
You in that wolf mask still,
Plus
I
5,
think,
so
right?
11.
Okay.
Yeah, not the worst.
No, he's wearing a brimmed hat.
You and your
Oh,
empty
that's right.
words.
Oh, did you take off the wolf mask for the brimmed hat?
I appreciate them though.
Yes.
Brimmed hat on top of
We're
the
all.
wolf.
Wait, what's
Whoa.
the face look
Yeah, what's
like?
under there?
Wait,
Wait
wait,
a second.
Wait, actually, hold on. That's where we'll pick up after the break.
Oh.
Cliffhanger. All right, we'll be right back in 15 minutes.
See
All right, see ya. Thanks. And somebody go click the button on there because we don't have Will right
I
now.
don't know what button it is. Don't
I'll go
It's
click
the
it.
one that say.
Or yeah, Savannah, go click
Sorry.
it.
Technical difficulty.
So I didn't give you much warning there. Welcome back.
We're back.
Hello.
We're back.
Hello.
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 We came back.
We did.
Yes.
Eventually.
Yes. So, you all are still in the market now. You just finished, and we just left off on the biggest face reveal.
Yeah.
Tradj, what do you look like?
What do you
What are we
I
working
have-
with here?
I have copper toned skin, like bright green eyes, pale lips.
Oh, tell us more.
Okay.
Are you hot?
Am I hot physically? I'm very lean.
Okay.
Yeah, I move around a lot, so I'm very active.
How do you carry yourself though? Like,
Yeah, I kind of move closer to the ground, so I like hunch down a little bit.
so you are hot, right? You got the hot posture, close
Hunch
to the ground. Hunch back.
I think as soon as you took the wolf mask off, Rand was like, "Ha! You are not a wolf."
No.
Oh.
And I take my my skeleton mask off as well.
Ah! Oh.
I'm a wood elf.
Both of those were masks?
Yeah.
Oh. Why were you wearing that?
I just never even questioned it the whole time.
You're. Oh.
It's to protect my identity and the ones I love.
You love people?
Well, I suppose so. I mean,
I don't want to get into this
Well, where-
at all.
Where are
Okay,
the
we
people
can
you
I'm gonna
love?
plug my ears. I mean, you're free to talk
Wait,
about
what?
it, but
no.
If
Let's
you
move
love
on.
people,
Oh.
why aren't they with you?
People are allowed to have their secrets, and if they don't want to talk about it, they don't have to.
Yeah, I guess so.
But if you ever do want to talk about it, you have plenty of ears.
And you actually have real ears.
Yeah.
Huh. Is anyone else wearing a mask?
a mask
Nope,
of
I
an
think we're
illusion.
good.
Oh, okay.
I think we all have masks of our own.
Mm,
Not physically, right?
Metaphorically.
Yeah.
Should I have a mask?
A
Does everyone have a
metaphor
mask in their
Is
backpack?
when you compare one thing to another.
Thank you. I was gonna ask.
Yes.
You would look
Yes,
cool
yes,
in
that's
a
good.
mask. You would look really cool in a mask.
Should I get a mask? Does everyone have a mask? When was...
I don't want a
I
mask.
don't remember this being talked
That
about.
seems like it would be too
I
much.
don't want a mask. So,
You're the one that said everyone has a mask. I'm just confused.
not a
about this
real
story.
mask, a
Figurative.
figurative mask, thank you.
I don't know. I
Metaphorical,
don't understand what's going on. I'm done.
emotional.
Kalidar, did we get the things that we need to go to the gardens?
You all look passable. I think we can make it through
Should
now.
probably take a bath
If you want.
so as to not wilt the flowers.
That's a good idea. So, I mean, we can go back, take a bath at the Three Sheets. Or you can, I'll go home. I'll meet you back at the Three Sheets. I promise I'll meet you back there.
Yeah,
We know where
want
you
me to
live.
go. Unfortunately, that's true.
That's
And we're not
true.
afraid to kick your door in.
I know that as
Very
well.
poorly made door. I'm sorry.
It was a very well made door.
I don't know
Is
about
it,
that.
did it ever get fixed, or is it still just...
Yeah,
No,
we're just
yeah,
mending
it's-
on
Yeah,
it.
you
that's
fixed it for him. He's like, okay, I'll meet you back in a couple of hours.
Let's have a
Does
quick
that
bath.
sound acceptable?
Everybody get clean.
Yeah.
Get our new clothes on.
Maybe
and we
use
can be on
some
our way.
detergent on our old clothes.
Yes.
Save
Take
'em.
care of the things we have.
Yes.
I think if I washed mine, they would probably fall apart.
Okay. Well,
Well, you have new clothes now. So,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
alright, let's get to it.
All right. So you part ways. You head back to the Three Sheets.
bath montage.
Let's get
Yes.
down
Scrub,
to
scrub, scrub.
business.
Wash, wash, wash.
Bubble bath.
You all are sparkling clean now.
We
Smell like whatever soap and detergent you bought. It's fantastic. And in walks the door.
What?
In walks the in walks the door. Yeah,
In
it's
walks
really
the
upset that you
door.
kicked
It's
it
the big
so
bad evil
hard.
guy.
Yeah. Kalidar walks in the
For
door.
revenge for his brother that you felled.
The chair was his cousin.
Oh my
Oh, you buried my cousin alive. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there?
Me! The door!
That'd be a great horror movie.
No, I'm thinking of the Charlie the Unicorn bit with the door. The door is everything. It's all it was and all that will be. The door can see into your mind, the soul.
Finish it.
Do all that? No. Anyway.
Okay. Yes. There actually is a new anime coming out where it's a love story between a girl and a guy, and then the guy turns into a chair. It's a real thing.
No.
It's coming out soon, but it's by the same guy
So
that
she
did
sits
Your
on his
Name.
face? Sorry,
If you've
can I
ever seen
leave
Your
that?
Name,
Yeah.
same guy. Yeah.
Is it worth it?
I don't know.
Your name? Is it good?
Oh, Your Name? Yeah, it's fine. I think it's overhyped personally. It's good. Anyway,
We're not
that's
playing Game Boy
been
anymore.
Paul's Anime Corner. All right, so Kalidar walks in and says, "I was watching the strangest thing on my magical. I'm trying to think of a TV analog. Can't do it.
A crystal
Anyway, yes, my crystal ball. This woman fell in love with a chair. Anyway, are you ready to go to the filigree?
Doesn't he actively
Yeah.
have dreams he could be watching?
ball. I think Ran comes
Oh, he's
downstairs.
asleep.
Her hair's like completely wet, and she walks straight to the like fireplace and puts her head in the fire. And it's like, oh, campfire.
Yeah, you just see like just a just cloud of steam just off of the fire.
Yeah, my hair's on fire. It's Rand's feeling's great. Yeah.
Yeah, you are like full flame princess right now, just like.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Indeed.
Yeah, Calder's like, you might want to, oh, gods,
Mhm.
is the stream down?
Looks like lag.
Is it?
I think we're back.
Chat is reporting lag.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we back?
I'd love to be back.
I'm seeing the wheel of death on the stream over there.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
We need an
Ruh-roh,
adult.
Raggy.
Camera's
Help.
looking into it.
Help!
Help! Pipes down!
Help!
Help!
Wow, that's a lot of lag.
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 Later on, people are just going
I
to
think
see
we're
this
gonna be
quiet
okay.
chewing as we all wait for it to
Yeah,
get fixed.
This
Should
is
we
gonna
just
be in. This is
continue?
all gonna be in the VOD. Yeah.
If we all freeze.
Yeah.
It's like pretending to be frozen in your Zoom call so you can get out of it.
It's like,
We did a great job though.
yeah, we did.
Paul's doing really
What?
good. Wow.
No, I just do
Dang.
that sometimes.
Trauma.
Yeah, I'm still seeing the wheel spin around and around and around.
Half
The
of them
wheel
look
on the
drunk
stream.
or lost.
Okay, but what if we just took out a member of the Lustrous Brigade just one by one and just slowly inserted
That's not a bad
ourselves?
idea.
I call pink.
I guess I'm going for Hickory.
Yeah.
Sold.
Yeah, you already stole his fit.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I almost said when you said like the one word, I almost was like aqua.
Wow. Internet issue.
Aww.
Um,
Well, we got a shopping episode, I guess.
Yeah, and like an actual shopping episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually bought things
yeah.
with money.
Money.
And then soon we'll get more money because of the
Oh,
horse
the horse.
deals. Yeah.
You got a package coming.
And we'll get our gems back.
Will I get the gems back?
Because weren't those just.
Oh
like,
yeah, weren't those
Yeah.
a
weren't
deposit?
those- yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like your,
Yeah.
what's the word? Collateral, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Lag but live.
you've got something coming your way.
Meow.
My eye's twitching.
Your eyes twitching?
This one, just
I
a
don't
little
see
bit.
it.
It's really
That's been
faint when it
happening with my
happens.
left eye a lot, but
Yeah.
I don't
Happens
think
with my right
anybody
eye
actually
all the time.
sees it.
Yeah.
I feel it, but
probably an
nobody
iron
sees it.
It happens. Yeah, that's how
Couldn't
mine
it
is.
just
Yeah.
It happens when I.
when it
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, it happens when I'm really stressed
Yeah.
or like haven't been sleeping well. It's usually when it comes
Yeah.
back.
Oh.
Mine's kind of happens.
Hmm.
But mine's also been happening for years and years.
Yeah,
Just
that's
having
why I
my
know
eye
it's like
twitch.
I know it's not something to be worried about. It's like this has been happening for like a couple of years. I'm like, if it was gonna kill me, it probably would have by now.
Right,
You
I'd
know.
be dead already. This can't be that bad.
If this ache in my heart lasts for longer than 20 minutes, then I might call my mom.
Yeah.
It seems like the bit rate has refreshed.
Everything
The bits are back.
The bits are back.
Yay!
The bits are back.
The
The
bits
bits
are
are
back.
back. Yay!
Oh my gosh.
They brought the bits back. All right. So, are we good? I think it's on like a pretty big delay, but
It's fine.
okay. We'll just keep going.
There's
Yeah.
no lag
Okay.
anymore.
Cool.
So, I think Kalada was talking. Shall we away?
Let's away.
Let us
Yes.
away.
My fancy hood
to the
and
garden.
pants.
To the gardens. Okay. So Kaladar takes you out.
Oh, Gallagher, you sound so excited.
What? This is how Kaladar always sounds. He guides you through the rest of the broad bank and then to a bridge that goes over. And as you look to your right, you can see the Huon River splits into two separate kind of what are the opposites of a tributary is, but kind of splits around this this big kind of rocky outcropping in the center of the river, which you know to be the filigree. And you cross this bridge over to this rocky area, and as you do, you can see that there's a big wall that encircles this area, and there's a giant gate on the other side. And you notice, you know, in the broad bank, right? There's cobblestone along the path, but it's serviceable. It's functional, right? But this bridge instantly, like the quality of the wood, that it's like this really nice kind of oak, and then interlaced with some cherry, kind of back and forth, and it's all very even and well constructed and well maintained. Very different from the paths that you were on in the broad bank. And so you make your way to the far end of the bridge to this gate. You see there are two guards posted, and there's not a ton of people going back and forth from the broad bank to the filigree typically, but there are a few, and you know they kind of like are eyeing everybody that goes. They're not like stopping people, but they are like watching. And as you approach, they kind of give you an eye, but they don't really make any move to like stop you. It seems like you are serviceable.
Don't be suspicious. 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 Don't be suspicious.
He cracks open one of the guards cracks open the door and narrows his eyes a little bit. But you are now through into the filigree. And again, just to compare it to the broad bank, right? You're walking off this bridge, and now the stone underneath, you realize it's not just the typical kind of like cobblestone that you've been walking on or just paved stone. This is feels like marble under your feet now. It is finely cut, smooth, and just seamlessly kind of aligned, and traces a path down through the city. And you see on either side of you are these large houses, mansions, really, encircled by varying types of gates. That there seems to be no real like stylistic unifier here. It's like, for lack of a better term, it seems like a lot of fabulously wealthy people got bored and decided, like, what do I think looks cool, and made that happen.
Nouveau riche.
Exactly, very nouveau riche. you pass by one that looks like this kind of like, large like ranch style abode, and then right next to it is like this big kind of like castle looking fortress kind of thing, heavy stone, narrow windows, the whole thing. You even see on that one like some guards posted in the towers, private guard. They don't look like any of the Imperial Guard that you've seen around the city. They're dressed different. So whoever it is obviously has enough money to afford their own services. But it's like this for quite a ways, and then you reach a central area, and you see to your right the path, the road from the Banner Bank coming to meet with yours. And you look over and you see down that path, a similar gate, and then past that, a similar bridge that goes over towards the Banner Bank to kind of join the two cities together. And I need to play some music. Yeah, so you reach this kind of central area, and you see the path that you're on, where it joins up. It kind of does a circle around what looks like an amphitheater of sorts. Right, so these two roads come together, and then you have this circle road circling around this central amphitheater. This amphitheater is huge, and you can see it just terraces down into a central kind of podium at the very, very middle. And then from that podium, there's kind of a cover over the top of it. And then it looks like kind of a star, but it has 12 points at the top. And from each of those points, a banner, one of each of the 12 colors of the Lustrous Brigade, comes out and swoops towards the perimeter of the amphitheater. Currently, there's nobody in the amphitheater, but there are some people walking around, a little bit of idle conversation. And Kaladar, gestures to it, says, "That's the Rainbow Amphitheater. When important things happen, laws are passed, debates are held. Sometimes the odd concert happens there. It's a big deal. Lots of musicians would kill to play here, but only a few do. But anyway, we are going past that way." And he motions to the opposite side of the amphitheater. You see another road going towards what you now see looming above you, the Eyrie. And you see the Eyrie kind of taking up the majority of the far side of the filigree. It's 6 towers on this side, buttressed up against one large building and one large central tower in the middle. And you can just make out from this angle Malacca's egg at the top. So he leads you down that way.
What
And
color is it?
what color is the Eyrie? The egg? The egg is looks white, but it is like speckled. It's hard to make out the colors of the speckles from here, but you can see that it's not just a pure, unbroken white. Yeah, that's what you can see. So you make your way. He guides you towards there is another wall at the far end of the filigree. This one is taller than the one that you passed to get into the filigree, heavier, and you can see patrols kind of walking the perimeter of it. But he walks you up to this gate, and you see right in front of the gate, there's this little kiosk set up, and you see this just this little halfling kind of poke his head over the counter as you walk up. Says, "Oh, hello. How may I help you today?"
We want to see the gardens.
"Oh, you're here for a gardens tour. Wonderful."
Yeah.
Do you have like self-guided tours?
Uh,
Any like
oh,
self-guided? Or
no,
do we have to be?
no, I'm
we have to
afraid
be like
not.
escorted.
Yes. Oh, but don't worry. It's all covered under the normal ticket price.
Okay.
It's fantastic. You wouldn't want to do it by yourself anyway. It's so much better with someone there to explain the history of everything that you're seeing to you. You see, these gardens are wonderful, and if you don't know what you're looking at, I mean, you can't quite appreciate it now, can you?
Sure. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the normal ticket price?
Oh, it's just about 2 gold per person. We do a child's discount, so 1 gold for anyone under the age of 18.
I thought this was gonna go a different direction where we had to like act like Bryce was younger, like trying to get your 14-year-old kid to eat free at a Denny's or something. Like, oh
would be
yeah,
the
his
one
birthday
time.
was like.
Yeah, he just is about to
Rand's-
turn. Yeah.
Rand is looking pretty,
Did you
right?
say
Isn't
17,
Rand like
right?
Rand is
19,
very
20-ish?
wiry. Like Rand is probably a little malnourished.
Malnourished. Okay.
Malnourished. Like she could definitely pass as a teenager. Yes.
Yeah, like you hit the shooting up part of being a late teenager first.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm wondering, below the age of 18, but there are so many other races that have different maturity ages. Does it scale?
Does it scale?
Those are really sassy.
I in what
It seems a
context
bit-
are you asking?
Racist.
Oh my goodness.
A child's ticket for an elf might count for, say, 50 to 70-year-old.
Well, they're certainly a child if they're 18 or younger, then, correct?
Yes, they are a child at that point, but they're also a child at older ages.
That's true. But I feel like our rule has caught, some of that pretty efficiently. I think there's no perfect rule. Sometimes it's easiest to just go
It's
with the simple
very-
cutoff.
Human-centric is all I'm saying.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say human. I mean, there are plenty of races that mature around the same time.
I'm just gonna crouch down and like
Name
rub
5.
the ground.
Name 5. Okay. Well, there's the obvious humans. You have your half orcs, your half elves. You have.
Go for the half species. That's cheating.
It's in the player's handbook.
Human. Half human, half elf.
They could be
Crucially.
half something else. They don't have to be half human, half elf.
It's
Elves
a
can love whoever they want. Now
So-
who's being racist?
It
What
sounds.
What does the player's handbook say the other half of those things are?
It doesn't.
Does it
I don't
not?
think.
So
I'm
it
pretty
sounds
sure
like
it
I
says
can
the
check
only.
that.
It sounds like the only races that are important to you are the ones that have humans in them. So I think maybe you
I'm saying quite
need
the
to
opposite.
re-examine. Well, half orc is you're specifying that that's half human.
I never said anything of the sort. I said half orc. Full orc, I think, also is the same. So we can just say full orc if you want. Anyway,
orcs live
this
longer
feels
than
weird to
humans.
be doing. And Kaladar actually kind of walks up and he's like, I found some money in my. Let me cover it just to end this conversation, please.
Yeah.
That's
So-
twice
I'll
now.
pay you
that
gold.
we
I'm just
Tradj.
saying
the
it's the
conversation
name
flipped in
of
our
thing.
favor.
I gain nothing from making this point. I will still pay
I
the
know.
2 gold.
I think
It's
none
just-
of us have
it
gained
feels-
anything from this conversation.
I'm hoping you can open your mind a bit
To what?
the existence of different cultures.
I am open to that. I am not open to having a discussion of the age of consent with a
This is so much
kiosk
fun, I love
manager.
it. God, I'm so glad I opened this can of worms. This is great.
We cracked it at one of the first episodes, and then we quickly stopped it,
Oh my god.
and we're letting it ride.
All right.
All right. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Retconning
6.
That never happened.
11
George
gold
Gates.
pieces. All right. I have enough to cover that. There you go.
I give him 2 of my gold pieces to pay him back. Like
Okay.
it's not
Well, thank you.
it's not necessary. I just
Yes.
liked to make us think it was fun.
Well,
What happens now?
so the halfling hops out of the kiosk and says, like, well, I can be your tour guide today. My name.
After an uncomfortable start.
Yes, you thought I was going to get somebody else, but no, it
No,
was
I
me
didn't
the whole
expect
time. No, but my name is. Where did I write it? Galwin, and I will be your tour guide today. You can call me Gal if you like. Although, I don't know if I'm willing to be that familiar with you right now, so Gallowin will do just fine. Anyway,
that's fair.
you're here to see the gardens, and that's what matters. So if you'll follow me, and he knocks on the gate door, and you see just a smaller little cutout door kind of creak open. It's like, shall we?
Yes.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Okay, after all of you.
Boldly walk in with the swish of my new fancy blue hood.
Okay. And then he closes the door behind you, and you walk out onto this wooden pathway. And the first thing you notice is that, well, Bryce, you probably noticed it before anybody else, but it's not perfectly steady. You feel it drifts just ever slightly, just a little bit.
This thing's stable?
Galadin chuckles and says, yes, it's perfectly stable. So, what you're standing on right now is called the Floating Plaza. This is the first leg of our tour today. So, to get into the gardens, first, you have to go across the Floating Plaza. So, this is actually sort of a fun one. I was involved in designing this one myself. So, the Floating Plaza is... well, let me back up a second to explain a little bit about the filigree. So, the filigree is actually not a native rock to this area of the world. We think maybe it was a meteorite, possibly, or volcanic rock that flowed down the Huon and got lodged here in the river. Regardless, it is very porous, so there are a lot of eddies that flow through gaps inside the rock in the filigree, and some of them flow up to the top here and form pools, or in this case, we have done a little bit of massaging to turn this into a bit of a moat. And on top of that, we have built this floating plaza here today that you walk on. Oh, yes. go ahead.
It flows up,
Mhm.
like
Yes, the force of the river moving through the rock
okay, that makes
sometimes
sense.
forces
Okay,
some at the right angle that it
Yeah.
manages
Okay,
to
that
come up.
makes sense.
Yes,
I
it's...
was thinking that it was like a gradual kind of like a.
No.
Yeah.
It's quite a unique phenomenon. Not one that we're familiar with anywhere else. But please follow me. I assure you, it's quite safe. And he
Okay.
trots ahead, and he is gesturing to various sides as he's talking and pointing out different plants. Because as you look, you see like there's a lot of as you walk through this gate, really, there's on all sides a lot of greenery. A lot of here you kind of see two banks kind of running along, and then two more banks in front of you where the floating plaza ends, and you can see there's some low shrubbery there, some larger trees growing around that. He's pointing them out, kind of identifying things for you as you walk, and eventually you get to the other side of the floating plaza. And we good? Okay. And you reach a kind of an open clearing space on the opposite side, and he says, I hope you enjoyed your time in the floating plaza. Actually, the type of construction that we just walked across, there are a few more of those coming for the celebration. They're going to be positioned actually in the Huon itself. Something of a few party badges, if you will, that we're going to be setting up for the celebration. If you want to attend, I recommend getting a ticket for those. If you can, it's going to be wonderful. The best way to see the aurora, in my opinion. But
Wonderful.
yes.
Don't
Yes.
they float down the river? How do they stay in place?
Oh, we tether them. You're familiar with airships, correct?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Are these like airships?
Not airships properly, no, but they will hold in place. They act
Okay.
against the current and the pull of gravity. They won't. They are locked. They still float. They're not in air, but they don't move. No anchor required. It's a new technology. We're very excited. The actuators have been working on this for years at this point. But
Can we see the tethers to this one from where we are?
yeah, this one is like actually like physically tethered. You can see the ropes going to posts on the
Okay.
shorelines, and it is yeah. This one is not using that same kind of technology. But he gestures you forward, and you come to an open clearing in the middle, and he says, "So this is where the real meat of the tour begins. So there's one of two directions we can go here. So we are about to walk into what we know as the Spectral Gardens. So these are where the homes of all of the Lustrous Brigade members are. In one direction, we have 6 members. Oh, pardon me. 6 members, but 3 sets of representative plants from different parts of the Empire. And then to the right, we have 6 more homes and 3 other representative biomes of the Empire. So, I'll let you pick. Which way would you like to go first? To the left, we have, including the evergreen forests of the mountains in the north. We also have the great mushroom biomes that are located in the caverns near Finnebrink to the northeast. And then we also have the coastal palms that are located in the east and the southeast peninsula, so near Balance Crook or Port Tishon. So if you're interested in those, we could go that way. And if you're interested in, the Lustrous Brigade members that are over there, we have, don't want to start with Aqua, but I guess Aqua used to be over there.
Let's go
Um,
left.
Oh, okay. Big Aqua fans, are we?
Yeah, I'm actually from Port Tishon, so it'd
Oh.
be really great to see some plants.
And I do love a
Sure.
forest.
Sure. Yes, I suppose we can start over there. I just caution you that Aqua hasn't been here in quite some time. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that whole thing. So you won't be able to get too close to that area. It's been in kind of chaotic condition.
What happened to him?
Don't really know. That's actually it's not a bad question. Just disappeared one day. Some say that he abandoned the service. Some say that he is on a covert mission for the Emperor himself. But judging by the manner of the other brigade members, I assume it's probably more likely that he, turned heel and ran for some reason, or went into hiding. Don't really know, but yeah.
So why hasn't he been replaced?
So that's the thing. Every Lustrous Brigade member has specific artifacts, specific armor, weapons that designate them at being part of the Lustrous Brigade is not just a designation. It is a role, and there can't be 2 in the same role at the same time. It is as much what the equipment that you have, the artifacts that you have, as it is a title. So if there's Aqua still running around carrying the artifacts that Aqua has, we can't very well have another one to replace him, right? We don't have Aqua's dagger, we don't have Aqua's armor. How can we have another Aqua?
Fair, I guess.
What kind of armor did he have?
It was, I suppose I'm not the best describer. I don't know. But it was, his focus was very marine-oriented to a degree. Not, we like our themes here in Alavast. So it tended to be a chest plate that looked like a swirling kind of whirlpool on each side. And then across 2 pauldrons, one on each shoulder, and then a cape that swept across. And, when he swept it across his body, he would almost disappear from view. It was fantastic to see, but, haven't seen it in a while. I've been here a while myself, but, but yeah.
Are there any other brigade members that are like just like haven't been showing up for a while? Is Aqua kind of the only one?
Aqua's really the only one that's gone this way. Onyx, they disappear from time to time, but they're close to the Emperor, so it's almost always mission critical, I think.
I don't know if this is like.
I'm just the gardener, so I don't know.
I don't know if
that
this
level.
is a bit too much of a question, but do you know about Aqua's liaison? Did Aqua's liaison also like disappear?
Incidentally, yes. That's part of it. Yeah. You know, don't like those liaisons. They kind of give me the willies.
Do you see them pretty often around here?
Oh, yes, they're always with, well, I mean, not here. They'll accompany the brigade members to the gardens, but from there they leave them to their business and return to their own towers in the city. But they always accompany them here. Anyway, so is that a vote for to the left then?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Let's do the left.
Okay.
To the left, to the left.
And so he starts pointing out more plants, and he gestures towards a gate to one side of the clearing. He says, "Through that gate, that will lead us actually to the mushrooms first. We like to start with the mushrooms because it's the most interesting. It's a real crowd pleaser. But I must advise you, be careful at all times. It is not... The gardens are beautiful, but they are not to be trifled with. We try to recreate these environments precisely, so that warts and all.
Are there some kind of like defenses or something that'll hurt us?
Yes. But not ours.
Oh,
The mushrooms.
Okay. No, okay. Yeah, I didn't know if there was like, I don't know, some sort of like magic invisible wall protecting them or something. I don't know.
Do you know which mushrooms happen to be like the most poisonous here?
Yes, and as you walk through, he starts pointing out, there's one mushroom that you see that's got this like long stalk, and you kind of are entering the area now, and you see like where you had been surrounded kind of more by like normal trees. Now you're surrounded by these great large mushrooms, like tree-sized mushrooms, and some are kind of growing like shrubs out of like a similar kind of mycelium network closer to the ground, and you have these big tall ones. And he points out one that's like this kind of orange brown, almost like a sickly kind of color, and he says, "That one over there, so that's a fun one. Don't get too close to that one."
Why?
Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
Is it because it's a fungi?
She can get close to that one. He says, "No, watch this." And he reaches down and plucks kind of
I
a...
can't do this all the time. I'm gonna break my back eventually.
Yeah, you're gonna like hurt yourself at one point.
It's gonna happen, and I'm just gonna live here. You'll have to like tube feed me or something.
That's on you, Hunter.
Alright.
But he picks up kind of like this, it's like a coconut-sized like mushroom, just kind of this big round one, and he says, "Watch," and he tosses it, and it kind of just bonks off of the mushroom, and then the mushroom cap just seals down right on top of it and closes down.
That's not how mushrooms work, but okay, it's fantasy. I'm kidding.
Wow.
Surely, you must understand, this is...
I know, I'm joking with you, but it's really funny. That's
This one
sick.
is fun. It normally gives off some specific spores that actually lure its prey towards it. We have removed those from this mushroom. We have done a little bit of selective breeding, on the ones close to the path at least. It does play an important ecological role in the larger biome, so the ones off the path do have that. So I would recommend not going out there, because you may find yourself looking directly up inside of a mushroom prison.
Is there somewhere you keep the spores?
No. No. I mean, they're in the mushrooms off the path. We just have selectively bred the ones close
Did I
in to
insight
not.
check on whether or not that's a lie?
Yeah, sure. If we had those spores somewhere, surely we would be very, very careful with that.
Not 20.
As he says that, he's like pouched up. This guy, like he's got like all sorts of like pouches on his side. He's got like like Sloane had that like bandolier with like little vials. He's got like some pouches along.
Is he like a Disney World dad?
Yeah, absolutely. He is like
Fanny
not
pack,
one fanny pack, but yeah, he's like all around. And as he does that, he's like, you just notice like he instinctively just kind of like puts his hand to one, like does a little pat on one pouch, just instinctively as like a, make sure it's there kind of thing.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna whisper to Tradj. It's in the pouch. He's got him. Are there any other poisonous mushrooms around here?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
oh yes. So that one's just that one's always fun. It's a good show because, like you said, I mean, mushrooms don't work like that, but this one does.
It's quite fun.
It is. It is very fun. So we're going to go a little bit further into the mushrooms. So just know the spores are going to get a little thick. All of the spores that are around here are safe to breathe. None of them will kill you. They may sting a little bit, but perfectly normal. Perfectly normal.
It won't make you see anything.
I didn't say that. No,
Put a bit
these
of
are
fluff up against my
non-psychedelic.
nose.
You would have to ingest the actual meat of some of these mushrooms to actually have fun, so to speak. But yes, that one over there, do you see that one? And he points to like a green and blue one that looks like it would be poisonous. Like that one would kill you outright. You take a bite of that,
You have to eat it? What if you just like touch it?
you can touch it.
Don't lick your finger afterwards.
No.
Poke.
You want to poke it? We
Will something
have,
happen if we poke
and
it?
he reaches behind his back and he pulls out a stick. He's like, we have poking sticks that come complimentary with the tool.
An extra 3 copper will get you a poking stick for the
Oh
mushrooms.
no, it's complimentary.
Oh,
Ren takes a
kind.
stick and pokes it. Oh my goodness.
I would
it's so
never lock that
cute.
behind a paywall.
Oh. These aren't real.
Now, how about edible mushrooms? Surely there's some of those.
Sure, we have a wide variety of edible mushrooms here.
Choice.
There's some smaller
Else?
ones here. Yes. There's these ones usually grow close to the ground. So if you'll give me a minute, I can usually find a few of these. And he starts kind of scavenging, digging around like in the dirt. Gets down on both knees, and you see the pouch is now like just sitting there, and he's
Gotta grab the
trying to
pouch.
find.
I want to grab the pouch.
Did not mean to set that up for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Grabbing the
go
pouch.
off.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Whoa! Another
you-
nat 20!
Loaded.
Are you
Nine
kidding
nat
me?
20s this episode. Let's go!
Wow.
Give me,
Same.
give me that.
Yeah, as he goes to bend over and search for this mushroom, you see like there's each one is kind of individually buckled to a larger belt, and you just see that, and you slip the buckle and just smoothly just kind of lift it off. He doesn't even notice, and a couple of seconds later, he's like, found them.
Stuff it in my bag.
So here, have one of these, each of you.
So the best raw, or do you cook these? or-
You can cook them, but they are good raw. It does affect the taste if you cook them. It denatures some of the proteins in
I
it.
see.
Just completely affects the flavor profile. They call this the swine of the woods. It tastes exactly like bacon.
Oh,
Num num
I
num
love
num
it. I do have a bit of a nibble.
It's delicious. It doesn't grow around here. You can only find that out in the far northeast, quite a ways below ground. I think it grows even in the Feydark a little bit as well. So I've heard.
I've never gotten to that part of the Feywilds, but
Oh yes, I mean it's a little bit risky out there.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, you always take a guard with you when you go to the Feydark, is what I've heard from the people that adventure out there. But,
How do you grow things above ground that belong underground?
Well, you are full of very good questions today. Are you a promising horticulturalist amongst us?
suspicious of your methods, perhaps. This is wild.
Oh, well.
It's an affront to nature. I love it.
It is not an affront to nature, it is a celebration of nature. So.
We're really taking off Dallas guard. Or
I-
just him.
I've had to change my look, and so I'm being more abrasive than usual to like make up for
It's
it.
fine. He's actually kind of like liking this.
Oh.
Not in a weird way.
Okay.
Like, okay, a professional way. The man is a gardener.
Man's a gardener.
But yeah, he's like, well, okay, so you see, you mentioned invisible walls earlier. You were saying it in reference to blocking off people from accessing the gardens. No, we have magic barriers encasing each biome individually. We are able to climate control these biomes through a mix of magic, careful construction of ecosystems, and pairing of smart flora, pairing them together in such a way that is cohesive to a sustainable environment.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you could do that and then just like grow crops like year round,
Excuse me?
and like nobody could starve, right? Like if you have temperature controlled biomes, like
Well, that would be very expensive. How would we pay for it?
Fun fantasy
Okay.
world of capitalism.
I mean, you have to think, right?
I mean,
At the end of the
well,
day,
I
there's a
mean,
bottom
at
line.
the end of the day, you know, it's fine if people are starving, right?
Well, they can always find some other food to eat, right?
They just gotta pull themselves up by the bootstraps. I totally understand.
Well, some of them don't even have boots. They gotta go buy boots first, right? Come on.
Because how are you gonna pull yourself up?
Oh,
Boots?
exactly.
Sure.
That's
Yeah,
silly.
it's literally
You're not
impossible.
even
Okay.
wearing boots.
Mhm.
It's always good to have a good conversation with like-minded folk.
I'm going to cry.
I think those magical barriers are pretty neat, though.
Of course.
Are they just around the biomes? Because that sounds like something you'd want to put around the castle and the
Well, I mean,
towers
they're not
and-
enough to like keep a person out. They're enough to keep, sustain a sort of environment, and it's not good for stopping ballistics or anything like that. But it helps us
Very
here.
intriguing.
Yes, it is. So shall we move on to the coastal biome next?
Sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On the way out, can I look to see if there's any of those blue-green poisonous mushrooms that are within reach
Sure.
that I could cut very carefully with a knife?
Here, use my knife.
Use like a sack or something to grab it.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. He's trotted off ahead, so he's not really paying attention to what you're doing at the moment. So you could do that. Just carrying her over your stealth. Ace was a sleight of hand, but I'll carry that through to this as well.
Yes. Also snag the deadly mushroom.
Poison mushroom, poison mushroom.
Hey guys, what are we trying to get out of this tour, by the way? Are we trying to get to the egg?
Well,
I'm really intrigued, actually.
I mean, this is fascinating, but
I was hoping to get into Aqua's tower
Yeah, me too.
yeah,
because he's the dagger I found.
okay.
I don't much care. This is really interesting.
Well, that's good.
Okay.
I paid 2 gold to see this.
My mom did always say it's good to enjoy what you're doing.
Dark pay 2 gold.
Yes, actually, I paid 2.
But I paid you back my 2 gold.
Sure, but I paid 9 gold. So
Well,
I want to
that's on
see
everybody
Aqua's
else.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
paid
you
9
should.
gold.
Yeah.
You should vocalize that to our tour guide.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calidar.
Pat him on the back.
Yeah,
You
you
tell him
guys.
we want to see. You tell him you want to see Aqua's house right now.
I could, but it's not fun for the DM to talk to himself. I'd rather one of you did it.
Can we go to Aqua's house next? Or I guess like
Oh.
near the biome or
Oh yeah, I mean we're
Yeah.
we're
That's the
headed to
coastal
the
region,
coastal biome next. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where Aqua's house is, but we don't typically go
I mean,
to
we
the
can't-
brigade members' homes.
No,
No,
we're not
I
asking
mean,
you to bring us.
not
That was a
far too
typically,
dangerous.
but-
No,
But we could. Said not
absolutely
typically.
not. No,
No?
no one's allowed over there.
No, we
Especially not to
Over where?
a member that is over. You almost had me.
we
Over.
just like that fun.
Yes. No, but it's far too dangerous, especially not to access the home of someone who is currently a potential fugitive of the Empire. I couldn't. I would lose not just my job, but lose my head. You understand that?
Have you been
Okay.
inside yourself?
Hmm.
I mean, you must be slightly curious.
I suppose I do have some self-reflection to do. I've been a little cranky lately.
This is about the same as when I asked that dwarf about the company of men.
Yeah. But no, I have not been into any of the brigade members' homes, if that's what you're asking. No. We are strictly forbidden. We only manage the gardens themselves. We've been around them, but not inside of them.
But I mean, like, if Aqua's not there, like, how would they know? How would anybody know?
I don't know. How does anybody know things in this empire? The Emperor knows
I mean,
lots of things. From
Has
what I-
anyone ever tried,
No.
Well, then you don't really know that they're watching.
No
it.
one's ever tried, and no one ever will.
Can we just look inside? I heard he has fabulous taste.
I will not allow it, and I will not have any more discussion about it.
But I just want to
That's
look
okay.
inside.
We can
I've
just-
worked
I'm
here
okay
for
with
25 years. I have
Please.
served in this position for 25 years, and I've not done
upsetting
it.
the children.
Please.
You're the one that brought the children, not me.
Please.
What am I supposed to do? Pay for a babysitter?
God.
Raina's gonna walk up to him, hold his shoulders, and be like, "Please."
Please get her off of me.
Please.
Stop her.
I'm gonna kind of separate. It's okay. We don't
God.
need to see inside the
It's okay,
house.
Yeah, okay. it's
We can just
okay.
go
Okay,
outside, and
alright.
then we'll be fine. You didn't see
Yeah,
that.
can't we just
Whoa,
see
such a
it?
badass.
Can't we just see it?
Oh, you'll probably, well, Aqua's is actually a little on the smaller side, so maybe not from where we're going to be walking, but I can point out some of the others. Is that good for you? All right, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, let's go. I'm still into seeing the plants. Port
Yeah.
shown.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, so he leads you through another gate into hold on one second. Another gate through into a new biome, and you see the mushrooms give way to what look like some low, kind of stunted oaks, some with some wider knobby branches that come up, and some sparser leaf coverage, and there's a little bit of underbrush here, some dense shrubbery. You see what looks like kind of like holly bushes kind of growing around underneath these trees, and you can make line of sight a little bit through these, but you can't make out, at least not as far, not with that roll, you can't make out any like homes behind it, but that's kind of what you are walking into. And Gal points out all of these things, and he says, see, there you are. Now you are at the coastal region, and actually a little bit further out, there even is another of these eddy pools that come through that kind of gives you the impression that we actually may be in the ocean properly, right?
Can we go there?
Of course,
I
of
haven't been to the ocean in
course,
so long.
of course. And he goes through, and you see that there's kind of to one side, to your right side, there's another kind of pool, and where that is, the foliage starts to kind of get a little bit sparser. The shrubs give way to grasses, and then to some small sand dunes, and then you can see kind of a what looks like almost like a small lake or a large pond beyond it.
Can I look around for any signs of the tower?
Yeah, roll perception check.
Is that a 7, I believe? Yes. It's probably gonna be a 9. You said perception? A 9.
No, you don't see anything. Yeah,
I can't see where the house. Can anyone see the tower?
I'll look around.
okay.
This is perception?
Mhm.
18.
18. So you see past this lake, just a bare hint of it. The trees kind of resume, but there's just a spot through that you can see a hint of blue, and not like a sky blue. It is a light blue, but it is not the sky. It looks like some kind of structure maybe, or some building past another tree line.
I nudge Bryce and I'm like, hey.
What?
It's over there. I see a speck of blue.
Hey, are there any poisonous or dangerous plants here as well? I don't know about
Well,
any.
of course. I thought you said you're from Portishead.
I know, but my mom never really let me
Oh.
around those parts of the
Mm.
woods.
That's probably smart.
Yeah.
Well, these smaller shrubs here, and he goes over to one of them and kind of starts inspecting. He says, "These are actually holly shrubs. So these berries, these bright red berries, they look so nice and tasty, right? A couple bites of those, and you'll be in for a bad time.
Mm.
Very, very bad for you." So that's the main one. There's a few others I can show you too if you're
What else?
interested.
Yes, I really want to know what else.
Yeah, he goes over and he starts, pulling some more plants and preoccupying himself and going to
I'm
do
gonna
that.
psychically talk to Bryce and say like, okay, I don't know how bad do you want to get to this house?
Very bad.
So are we gonna knock this guy out?
I was planning on putting the spores on a poisonous plant so that he would go up. But the holly won't work because he has to eat it. I need something he can... I have that mushroom. Keep him occupied. So how much can I successfully
We can't murder a
mess with things?
I'm
Well,
not hearing
That
any of
was
this
that
right
was
now.
telepathic.
Yeah,
so-
I know, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, I get stuck in
Okay,
text.
Okay, Randa's gonna be like,
realistically-
okay, wait, do you have anything that's not gonna kill him?
Well, technically, he never said what the blue-green mushroom would do. He just kind of said it was bad. So we don't know it'll kill him.
Pardon me, have you got any refreshments? Anything to drink, perhaps?
Oh, I don't. But if you go back to that clearing area, there's a little gazebo on the north side of that clearing that we typically have some beverages there for all of our tour guests. If you're interested.
I want to psychically ping Tradj and be like, hey, don't freak out, it's Rand. Do you have anything that we could knock this guy out with and not kill him?
Yeah, well, I was thinking I could dose a glass of refreshment with the Dancing with Flowers potion that I have.
Wait, dude! Rand's gonna be like, that's a great idea. Okay, yeah, do that quickly because Bryce wants to set off a danger mushroom.
Bryce tried to commit a war crime.
Always
better
sunny
hurry.
screen. Just Bryce commits a war crime.
So can I offer to get refreshments for everyone?
Oh, that would be lovely. That's so.
I'm sure you're
thoughtful of you.
parched. You're.
Oh,
you're
I
using
just all
water
of this
around a lot.
talking, it really does kind of try to throw it out. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So you
Bryce.
run back and grab one. Okay.
Don't get out the mushroom. Tradj is going to get a potion.
But I'm already halfway through. I'm
No!
starting to...
It takes you like
Put it
maybe a minute or two to run back. You find the area that he was talking about. You grab one and you head back to him.
And I pour the potion in
Okay.
before I return.
Okay. Like, thank you so much. Oh, do they have like a rose water or something?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
that's wonderful.
It smelled delightful.
Oh, thank you. Ooh, it's refreshing. It's. Does smells like roses too. It's
How's it taste?
like rose water, tulips, daisies. Good night. And he just kind of collapses and falls over.
Alright, I'm gonna immediately turn around and go, where did you see the house?
Go, that way! Everybody, run!
Did we know he was gonna fall asleep?
Sorry, forgot to
Completely out of
fill
the
you in.
loop.
Come on, we gotta go to Aqua's house. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm staying here.
If you need that again, I can just.
No, wait, Miss... We're trying to find my dad right now.
You think he's in there?
I don't know if he's in there, but this is by far the biggest clue I have come across since leaving Port de Show.
He does have Aqua's dagger.
I have half of his artifacts.
Oh, yeah.
And also, we don't actually know what's in that tower. All I know is Aqua is connected to my dad's disappearance. And I'd be worried leaving you behind on your own, and I feel like you could probably help us.
Well, I guess if you did want to stay, would you be willing to cover for us and say we all had to go to the bathroom?
That's what I was rather planning on, because when he wakes up, this is going to be rather ugly.
Yeah.
Everybody's been talking about, oh, can we see Aqua's house? Can we see Aqua's house? Oh, can we just look inside? And then he falls asleep suddenly, and then he wakes up. Oh gosh, where are they gone?
Well, we don't know how
That's a
long
good
the potion
point.
might last all day.
You said you had a spell?
Could last. an hour.
Kaladar's here.
Oh yeah, you could
How
ask
long does
Kaladar.
the potion last?
Well, typically I drink it before I go to sleep, so for me it lasts about 8 hours
Oh
on
my
a good
God,
night.
see?
Never mind.
Okay, so I can just.
I don't know if that's just that I have
I'm
good
just
sleep
gonna cast
hygiene.
sleep
or-
on him real quick.
Okay.
Because, because it's a first level spell and I have a bunch of spell slots. So, sleep.
Yeah, he's firmly asleep now. If he wasn't before,
He
is absolutely
will be
out.
asleep for the next 8-ish hours.
Should
so.
we?
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we take his body with us so that no one else finds
Wow.
it?
I mean, it's not a bad idea. I assume he's not the only gardener here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's a happy. Kaladar, can you grab him? We gotta go.
Oh, come on.
Come on, me. You're double the size of all of us.
Oh, he's a halfling. I just pick him up on my back. Like,
All right, that works. Let's go.
All right, yeah.
Alright.
So,
we've
You-
got 8 hours.
Yeah.
Let's go.
so you grab the halfling and you run off into the woods, and you run past this first lake, and you go through some more woods, and then you come out into another clearing, and this one you see in the distance, that blue that you saw, you see the full structure now, and it's pretty small. It's not a tower like you had been saying before. It looks like just a small. It has to only be maybe 1 or 2 room cottage from what you can see. Light blue, thatched roof, the whole bit.
You really put that tower thing in your mouth, huh?
I'm not giving you a
Literally
tower.
never said tower.
I thought I did
at
that.
all.
Yeah, somebody
Someone
said tower.
else said tower.
Somebody said tower.
Yeah.
But it's sitting not on like just the ground in front of you. There's another lake in front of you. Another kind of calling it a lake. It's not like a full size lake, but it is a sizable pond in front of you. The house is directly in the center of the pond, and it is on just a rocky outcropping that stops exactly where the house stops, and it's at the very center of the pond. And the only thing you see in this area is just water around it, and it's not clear water. The other water has been relatively clear. This one is kind of murky. Looks like it's maybe full of algae or something else.
This looks almost.
And then you see right in front, it almost looks like a mailbox. It kind of looks kind of cute and quaint, right? But as you get closer, you see that it's not really a mailbox because there's no like compartment for you to open. It's just a slot about a few inches across and maybe a centimeter thick, going straight into this structure.
Bryce.
I want to try putting the dagger in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you slide the dagger in, the mailbox looking structure begins to just glow gently a light blue, and then you hear just a deep grinding, just a as 1, 2, 3, 6 platforms, all wooden platforms, come up from the ground in the lake, leading directly towards the cottage in the middle. Each one about 4 or 5 feet from the last one.
Dang, I really hate this guy for maybe kidnapping my dad, but also he has really good style. I like the wood. I'm gonna start walking.
Please be careful. That is so covered in algae. You are going to slip and fall.
Okay. And I'm gonna walk across very
Yeah, it's very
careful.
slick.
plop. Very slow.
As you step across, you kind of have to like hop across to the first one, because these are about 4 to 5 feet apart from one another. Roll a dexterity saving throw for me as you jump onto the first one. It is covered in slick, wet algae.
Oh gosh.
Are you kidding me?
Is it actually like centered on that, or did it just stop?
It is.
Is that...
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
a
We'll let it happen.
What the heck?
That was
Dude.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's 5.
That's
Good
you're never
lord.
gonna roll another 20 ever in this campaign again.
I
did
think
it all
that's
in the
why we need to
exposition
get those
episode.
balanced.
So you plant firmly on this. You know, like you're expecting to slip a little bit, but you're solid on that first one.
Nice.
Oh, you gotta roll like 5 more times. Yeah.
What's everyone else doing?
I'm hopping across.
Okay. I'm going to
Yeah.
need anyone who's hopping to roll a dexterity saving throw as you hop. And just as a note, these are narrowish platforms, so you can only get about 2 or 3 of you on each one at a time.
What
Well,
is
dang.
the distance between the outside of the pond and the platform in the middle?
It's about 40 to 50 feet.
Cool, I faced up.
Okay.
Because I think that's...
Is that 60 or is that
I
30?
think it's...
Wait, can
I
you
got a
face
natural
step
20.
with someone else?
Good lord! What the hell?
I got a 5.
A 5. Okay. So I guess then you 3 are going to be going to the first platform then,
Mhm.
right? Okay. So you do the same thing. You just jump, firmly land,
That was so
No issue.
easy.
Yeah, it was slick. I didn't even feel
there
anything.
was.
and then you turn around and you see Rand hopping towards you as well. And Rand, you're like, you take a little bit of a running start, and your foot slips out from under you as you try to like hop, and you just kind of like, you make it onto it, but you're like, you kind of like land draped over it, and so your lower body just crashes into the water.
Oh. Dang it, I just bought these.
Oh,
and I'm
I'm
trying to
so
like keep hold of the halfling on my back and so
Oh,
like,
yeah, I forgot you had
I was
one.
like, this guy
Forgot you had gal.
is so heavy. Okay.
Yeah, you see the
Oh.
ripples of the murky water just ripple out from Rand.
Oh no.
And then you see another ripple,
I want to
No!
grab I'm gonna grab
and then another one.
Take him!
I'm
I'm getting on the
Grab
side.
him.
Go!
And as you pull them up, 8 tentacles
No!
burst through
Dang
the
it,
surface.
Brad.
And we'll pick up there next week.
Oh, freaking Kraken!
Made it to Aqua's house.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning in.
And since
that
we...
easy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh
it's gonna
my
be fun.
gosh.
We'll see you next
Oh,
week.
I'll tell you.
Oh, alright.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank
night. Bye.
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 No one's stopping the stream, so we're just gonna say
Yeah.
Bye. Stop broadcasting on the bottom right. It's purple.
Stop broadcasting at the bottom right.
Stop broadcasting
The
on
left
the bottom
monitor.
right. Left
The
screen,
left
bottom
screen.
right. It's gonna
Bottom
be
right.
purple.
Stop
Bye.
streaming. Stop streaming.